Hello and welcome back to the Wallet. My name is Beast and today we're back with Primal Hearts. I did want to say something. Oh well, let's just get into it. I want to end it quickly today, if possible, since I have the whole driver's license test tomorrow. Anyways,
Kanna-san, ちょっとこっちに来すぎ。ここ狭いから。
Yeah, I found a way to take the thumbnails from the CG gallery thing. It wouldn't have been possible if there wasn't like a hotkey binding for swapping between windowed and full screen. If that wasn't a thing, it wouldn't be possible. But it is, so that I can do it. So that's nice.
ごめんなさい。この茂みの後ろならちゃんと隠れられてるかしら。ええ。そこなら二人に気づかれないと思うっす。
Both of them know.
ところで神塚さん、どうして制服なの？制服の方が男受けいいんで、普段からそうしてた癖でつい。今から着替えに帰ったら間に合わねえし、もうこのままで。
What if the reason why she's always wearing her school uniform is because, like, she doesn't have any expensive designer clothes or anything that would fit, like, the bitch image, but actually has, like, more modest stuff because she spends all the actual money helping raise her siblings? What if that's the case? Anyways.
わかったわ。それで、待ち合わせって10時よね。時間、過ぎちゃってるっすよね。まあ、待ち合わせの30分前に来てたのは褒められた心がけっすね。昨日レクチャーした甲斐がありました。でも、あまり早すぎても、見て、イライラしてきてるわ。姫、時間にルーズじゃないっすよね。初めてのことだから何かあったのかも。あ、来た。
I read the train times wrong and arrived 30 minutes early. With all the families and couples passing right in front of me, I'm forced to grit my teeth and bear it. Finally, his attention died in the distance and checked the large clock at our meeting place. He's 5 minutes late. It's fine. I'm calm and collected. This is when a man shows his true quality. More about it. Bring a bright smile and a thumbs up. Wonder for a moment if I need to go this far just for tension data. But I also need to be ready for the big day when it does come.
おお、今の返しはポイント高いっすね。ええ、とっても爽やかでよかったわ。すまん、遅刻してしまった。待ったか？
Only 5 minutes, maybe?
そこは今来たとこって答えろよ、おい！ダメよ。出て行ったら見つかっちゃう。
I mean, here's the thing. She's late, so if he said that he only just arrived, it would sound like he was late. So if anything, saying that you arrived at the meeting time would be the right thing to say in this situation. Because otherwise, oh hey, he was also late, so he must have not been too eager for this, or something like that.
ほら、正確に伝えた方がいい場合もあるから、ね。あ、すいません、つい。待たせてすまん。
Did you oversleep? Not feeling unwell again, are you?
そうじゃない。髪の毛がうまくまとまら。それで、今日の私、どうかな？
It's kind of an odd question. Look at her closely, up and down, making tension data turn bright red.
どうして見てすぐわからないのかしら。春日ちゃん、あんなにおめかししてて、とっても可愛いのに。とりあえず褒めとけって、昨日口酸っぱく言ったんすけどね。ま、後で説教しとくすよ。優しさはそのままに。もう少しだけ察するのが上手になってくれないものかしらね。妙なとこ察すんのは早えのに、こういうとこまるでダメっすからね、あいつ。ほんと、 そうよね。何をキョロキョロしている？
I'm just imagining things. Felt like we were being watched. There's a big crowd though, someone was bound to be looking at us at some point, that's all. Here. Decided to get moving and reach out to take Tension Daida's hand, and then pull it back. You don't want me treating her like a kid, right? I told her I was worrying about getting separated. That would only make her temper worse. I realized that Tension Daida is staring intently at my hands, and I put them in my pockets. It would ruin the mood if I made her complain already. Just saying we should get moving. It looks pretty crowded today. We'll need to put some effort in to see everything.
なんで今手引っ込めたんすか、あいつ。そう。絶対手を繋ごうとしてやめたっすよね。姫、めっちゃ期待した顔してたのに。急に恥ずかしくなったとかならいいんだけど、立脇くんの表情的に多分違うわよね。あれはめんどくさくなったっつう顔してました。このまま任せて大丈夫なのかしら。案外ああやって連れなくされる方が燃え上がっちゃうかもしんないし、とりあえずここは静観で。今ハルヒちゃんから手をつなごうとしてる。そーっと手を伸ばしたりして。姫、いじらしい。あんなに真っ赤になっちゃって。もう気づいてあげてよ、立脇くん。
I was gonna, how funny would it be if they like focusing on Haruhi slowly but surely trying to take his hands, and then they look over and I'm like, is he gonna notice that they just make eye contact? Shh, 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 shh. Yes, that was intentionally bad whistling. I'm not quite that bad at whistling. Not that good, but also not completely terrible. I hand out tickets to the attendant and we enter the park. It's crowded today. So I almost lose sight of Tension Daida already amidst all the people. Tension Daida seems worried about getting separated too, clinging to me tightly and looking pretty perturbed. Hey, no need to be so hostile.
すまん、少々口が過ぎた。私も遊園地を楽しみに来ているものの一人だったな。
Me too when you look at it like that.
本当か？本当に楽しみだった？
You bet. Let's cram in all the fun we can today. She makes such a brilliant smile, it almost dazzled me. She's really cute when she grins like that. Still, I didn't expect her to be this crowded. I'd like to ride at least one thing before lunch. There are big lines in front of everything we want to ride.
心に決めているアトラクションがあるのか？
I'm pretty easy. What about you?
私はお前の乗りたいやつでいい。
Oh, please, we know that the one thing you really want to ride is the Tatevaki ride. Bad jokes. Hey, what's wrong? You're making me feel funny acting all mild like that.
別に塩らしいわけじゃ。
Her face bright red. She's still emotionally unstable for sure. Just wanted to get back to dragging me around excitedly by the arm. What's that line for? Ferris wheel. The line is much shorter than any other of the others. Could probably get in within 10 minutes.
観覧車は一日の締めくくりに乗るものではないのか？
It is?
本では。いや、そういうところは柔軟なスタンスであるべきだな。観覧車に乗ろう。
I'm not bothered either way, seriously.
いいのだ。観覧車に乗りたい。さあ乗ろう。
Sure, whatever you say. With a wry laugh, I take Tension Daida's hand as she rushes on ahead of me. Her hot little hand is heartwarmingly small. If we rush ahead so fast, we'll get separated.
なら、最初からこうしてくれればよかったのに。
Huh?
ダメっすよ、カンナさん。隠れないと。おい、観覧車の列がみるみる増えてく。
Come on, we'd better hurry.
見た。やったわ。ついに手をつないだわ。ハ 春日ちゃんったらあんなに嬉しそうにしちゃって。なんでカンナさんが胸いっぱいみたいになってんすか？だって私の知らない春日ちゃんなんですもの。あんな恋する乙女の表情ができるようになってたなんて。まあ気持ちはわかるっすけど、飛び出すのは禁止っすよ。それでなくても立脇は勘がいいやつなんすから。ついテンションが上がっちゃってごめんなさい。気をつけるわね。
I really like to think that he already knows that they're there. Here's a drink for you.
ありがとう。
Right on the first wheel has really made a difference. She got very excited about how high we were, and now her face looks a lot more relaxed. You like orange, right?
覚えてたのか？
You bet, unless you actually like sweet red bean soup now. Did I convert you?
あれは相当な強敵だった。これの料金はいくらだったのだ？
I'll pay this time. You get the next one, Tenjin Data.
それならごちそうになろう。
It sounds like a good compromise if Tenjin Data feels stressed at being treated to something outright. She holds her medium-sized orange juice in both hands and slips from the straw, turning her face away in embarrassment. What shall we ride next?
そろそろお腹も空いてきたし、お昼にしないか？
Okay, good idea. What do you want to eat?
食べ歩きというものを一度やってみたかったのだが、いいか？
How could I turn down a request like that? You bet I can. You bet we can. Slightly grip her small, warm hand. I feel totally like her big brother now. Let's see. This is the approach Tenjin Data wanted to try.
おいしい。
She has a bucket of popcorn around her neck and crepes in her right hand. In her left, she's got a frankfurter. I can't tell if she's on a sugar rush or a junk food binge, but she's certainly enjoying herself. She's really loaded up here. She could feed a family of 6.
このポップコーンは甘いぞ。最初は舌がびっくりした。
Let me try some. I stretch my neck down towards her hand, and she fills my mouth with popcorn. Towards her hands, and she fills my mouth with popcorn. Okay, it's caramel flavor.
これはこれで美味しい。普通のお店でも売ってればいいのに。
I bet they do. Might not be quite the same.
この遊園地専門の食べ物じゃないのか？
What are you talking about? This isn't any 5-star restaurant. So that is totally at ease now, laughing and having fun.
フランクフルトも美味しかったが、やはり私はこっちだな。
She looks up at me while stuffing more popcorn into her mouth.
まだお前の感想を聞いていない。
No, pretty good. Caramel flavor.
そっか。よかった。
So Dada holds her chest for a moment, and then suddenly there's something else in her hand. It looks fried, like a donut maybe. I can't tell.
これもなかなかに美味しかった。
What is that?
チュロスだ。一目見たときピンときた。これは美味しいと。
Have I really had a chance to try fancy food like that? I didn't even know the name until just now.
シナモン味だぞ。
Ooh, sounds French.
スペインあたりのお菓子だった気もするが。どっちにしろ美味しいことに変わりはない。これも食べてみるか？
Okay, just a bite. I remember in the comments praising this game because I think there was only one CG thus far where the main character's eyes were gone. We have 2 now. Then Jidaido reaches up, pushing the churro with its clear bite mark in my direction. Seems to be pleased with herself too, her eyes are glittering. Picking my amusement at how she looks. Keeping my amusement at how she looks quiet, I move my mouth towards her hand and take a bite from the churro.
美味しいだろ？
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, you spotted that for sure. We share a laugh. Sharing food like this and sharing our feelings. It's like we're really on a date. Did you take a bite out of yourself? Oops. Did you take a bite out of yourself? Was all that sugar made you cough? I have some more drink here. I rubbed Tenjidata on her back as she spluttered and moved the drink up to her lips. Here, let me wipe that gunk from around your mouth. Look at me. Hey, stop wriggling. Your cute little face is all messy. I make Tenjidata turn bright red and locks her in place, allowing me to wipe her mouth. This time it's an actual handkerchief I brought with me, not just my fingers like with the Parfait. I just dab at her as gently as I can. There we go, all beautiful again. Told you not to move, but you don't have to freeze completely. Like, I really want to see, know the reaction of the others to this scene right now. Like, what the fuck? You take things so seriously, don't you? She really does do as she's told. Oops. Huh? Of course you are. She looks at the chora that I took a bite out of, with an incredibly serious look on her face. What's wrong? You don't want to eat it? Sure, show me. She takes a small bite, really holding back.
Haruhi-chan たら一気に大人の階段を登っちゃったわね。関節キスだなんて。でもあの二人、思ってたより結構いい感じじゃねえすか？そうね。最初はどうなることかと思ったけど、今はとってもいい雰囲気よね。よかった。安心したらなんかうち腹減ってきましたよ。それじゃあ私たちも何か食べましょうか。いいっすね。そういえばさっき気になる看板見かけたんすよ。ジェラートとかき氷の融合とかいう。あら、美味しそうね。それじゃあそれを食べましょう。
Alright, that takes care of lunch. What do you want to ride next?
やはり遊園地といえばジェットコースターだろ。
That sounds good to me too. Let's get over there. I bet the line will be shorter at lunchtime. Take Tenjidata's small hand in my own again, like it's the most natural thing in the world. Soft hand squeezes mine, and I squeeze right back. This really makes me feel like I'm here taking care of her, like her big brother. It's like tickling my desire to protect something, maybe? Look up at the dusk sky, my heart full of the satisfaction of a day well spent. Time just flew by. So I was fucking lied to. Apparently. I was fucking lied to, apparently. Because I remember someone telling me that apparently Haruhi doesn't have like one of those side walking animation sprite things. I was fucking lied to, as you can see. She does have more jiggle going on than the others, it seems. However, the jiggle is very much around her hair. It's something that when you have ADHD, I feel is you'd really start to notice like very small movements, even. It's just in the case of like, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? The Jedidah sounds like she feels the same way as me. She's been saying that all the way home, and now she repeats it again. Yeah, me too, I guess.
お前は楽しくなかったのか?
I had loads of fun. So much crazy fun. The Jedidah's head as she looks up at me, and we both smile at the same time. The honest, pure joy on her face, sudden relief washing over me. She must have really blown off some steam.
お前、ジェットコースターで大はしゃぎだったものな。
I wasn't the only one, even the attendant told you to keep it down.
それを言ったら、お前だって鬼にボールをぶつけるやつでムキになって鬼の頭を壊しただろ。
You think that was my fault? Goblin maintenance. That's the problem there.
係員が乾いた笑いをしてたぞ。長年やってるけど、ここまでムキになった人は初めてだって。
Hey, I just got carried away. That's just how much fun I was having. That's all.
そうだな。
Let's do this again, okay?
また言ってくれるのか?
Eyes are sparkling so brightly. As many times as you like. It's all for today. Rapunzel's close by, so let's stop in after all this walking. You must want something sweet to eat after so much exercise. She's recovering from being sick, if I can call it that. Anyway, whoops. Anyway, I don't want to push her too hard.
私のことなんて何でもお見通しだ。
I know you love Parfait, Dungeon Data.
店長は少しばかり個性が強いが、腕は超一流だ。あんなに美味しいパフェはそうそうない。
Not sure he'd like the others thing much, but that's still quite the compliment.
よし、そうと決まったら早速行くぞ。前は縦脇に払ってもらったから。
Oops. Okay, I think I can accept that.
ここまで見守ってきてどうすか、先生。だいぶ安心したわ。春日ちゃんもそれなりに落ち着いてきたみたいだし。ま、あとは縦脇次第っすよね。あいつ完全にお兄ちゃん目線っすから。そうよね。春日ちゃんの気持ちにもうちょっと気づいてほしいけど。でもこういうのってきっかけっすからね。煽りすぎてもなんだし。そうね。それじゃあそっとしておきましょうか。しつこくついて回ってもし気づかれてもしたら台無しだもの。じゃあここでお開きっつうことで。うちらはファミレスでも行きます？いいわね。今後の作戦会議もしつつゆっくりしましょう。
はーい、特製パフェお待ちと。
She's become a regular here now from the looks of it. Seeing us coming in, the owner gave a wink, without taking any other orders, and made this monster right away.
ところでお前はパフェを食べないのか?
I'm fine, just watching you is enough for me.
なんだそれは。見られたりしたら逆に食べづらいじゃないか。
She looks up at me, spoon still fixed in her mouth. She looks like a puppy waiting to be petted. Don't worry about me, spectating. Just eat. It's starting to melt.
あ、それじゃあ、
Oops, fuck.
いただきます。
She practically inhaled the parfait last time, but today she seems to be holding back a little. She lifts each scoop quietly to her mouth and chews elegantly. What are you looking at me like that for?
なんとなく見ただけだ。
You're feeling hot?
どこからそんな話が出てきた?
Your face is red again.
それはあれだ。西日が差しているからそう見えるだけだ。
あーなんごめんなさい。それじゃカーテン閉めるわね。
そんなことをしたらバレるじゃないか。まったく余計な気が利きすぎだ。
Huh?
きょとんとしてる。おかしいって思われてる。
Isn't stuffing your face generally the best way to eat a parfait?
そうだけど、それだと女の子っぽくないというか。
You're worried about that? I'd rather see you just be yourself and get in there chowing and chewing. She's really gonna look like a kid no matter what she does. She's always gonna look like a kid no matter what she does.
そうか。お前がそう言うなら。
Ah, fuck. She starts eating again, but she's still holding something back.
あらあら、もう言ったら鈍感さんね。見てるこっちがやきもきしちゃう。
すみません。お会計お願いします。
もう今いいとこなのに。こんなに純情な恋愛に私キュンキュン来ちゃってるのに。
Wondering my attention to that as being quite so reserved, I lean forward. Got some cream on your cheek. Handkerchief. It's all dirty from using it last time. Things will do, I guess. Chomp. What? I feel like that's the wrong one? Does Tenshidata have some kind of eternal rule about keeping me away from her? What's going on? Her eyes are boggling, and she looks all flustered.
それはまたもや関節というやつねは。
You're confused?
おかしくなってない。
もうボーイったら完全にお兄ちゃん目線すぎよ。もうちょっと気づいてあげて。あの子の思いボーイに届く。
すみません。お水のおかわりいいですか？
そうよ。そこで押すのよ。ついでにボーイの指をペラッといっちゃいなさい。そうすれば少しは意識してくれるわ。
Wait, hold on. He fed it to her? After cleaning? What?
お水。
やかましょ水くらい便所で汲んでこいや。
なんでいきなり切れるんですか？
That one's acting fucking weird today. After paying up and leaving, Nida's completely fallen that side. Your house is that way, right?
ちょっとあの辺をぐるーっと回る感じだな。長い旅になる。
Hold on, last time I watched you home, it wasn't all that complicated.
ほら、今日はコーチとかあって、それでちょっと回り道しないといけないのだ。
Let's see, shall we take a taxi then? You must be pretty exhausted.
いや、歩こう。歩きたい気分なのだ。
With that, Tenshidata slowly reaches out for my hand. We are in the middle of a crowd now, so I don't think there's any reason to hold hands. She looks at me with a hesitant, almost apologetic look in her eyes. Hesitation doesn't suit her. I take her hand firmly in mine and start walking. Come on, let's get you home. She gives me such a smile, it looks like she might start skipping at any moment.
そろそろついてしまうな。
She started out so excited, but as we get closer to her house, she suddenly deflates and starts dragging her feet. I know you don't want to say goodbye. Today has been so much fun.
そうか、分かってくれるのか。私だけこんな気持ちだったらどうしようかと思った。
I pat her head, which, as always, is just there at the right height for me to reach. I'm getting a bit carried away. I feel myself smiling a lot, that's for sure. It's exciting being around Kana and Kuragano, but it is a bit different. I can just be myself.
それでだな。その、
Yes, you have something to say?
まずは、今日のことだ。誘ってもらえて、すごく、嬉しかった。
Huh? Yeah, sure thing. About to say some more, not really sure how to respond, but then Jidata cuts me off with a gesture. She places her hand on her chest, takes a deep breath.
お前はいつも私を助けてくれた。
How did inviting you to a theme park save you?
違う話だよ。
Jidata rubs her hands on her chest.
私なりに考えたんだ。私にとって、縦脇が大きな存在になっていた理由を。臨海学校の時も、不審者の一件もそうだ。林間学校では、カナと思い出も作らせてくれた。ありがとう。
She bows her head deeply. Hey, no need, cut that out. You already gave me that clover. Stop talking, but then swallow my words. Being so earnest about this, it'd be rude to just treat her like normal. Stand up straight and face her head on.
守ってくれたり、かばってくれたり、励ましてくれたり、笑いかけてくれたり、縦脇のすべてに感謝している。本当に、ありがとう。
You're welcome.
やっと言えた。
Before I realize it, the inside of my mouth feels all dry. Been getting nervous about Tenjidaira? Around Tenjidaira. I've seen all sorts of signs of her today, but that massive smile she just showed me was the most surprising. My heart is still thumping, even if I'm not sure why. She's got a good foundation, a little more growth in all the right places. All she was a stud, you're galloping down the wrong meadows.
ここまで来れば大丈夫だ。送ってくれてありがとう。
No problem at all. We both fall silent for some reason. The air doesn't feel heavy or tense between us. Feels a bit awkward, maybe. Or ticklish, even.
先に縦脇が帰ってくれ。あの角を曲がるまで、せめて見届けるから。
Sure, okay then.
見届けたいんだ。
See you tomorrow.
明日。
Wave, and turn away. After a few steps, I turn back to see Tenjidaira still waving.
また明日な
Ah, tomorrow! After a few more steps, I turn back again. Tenjidaira's still there. Tenjidaira continues to wave and smile until I've turned the corner and vanished from her sight. I waved. Didn't feel it at all while I was still with Tenjidaira. Now I'm alone, a comfortable but persistent exhaustion is overtaking me. That was fun though. Constant changing expressions were a delight to watch, like a hyperactive stage performance. I saw so many new sides of her today. A good day's work. Looks like she's feeling better too. Hopefully this will all help her blow off some stress. If there's another opportunity, I'll remind her again. She loves the zoo as well. Haruhi's view.
もしもし、かなか？私だ。
Look at my face reflected in the convenience store glass, confirming the smile still plastered on my face.
今、帰ってきたところ？ついさっきだ。今は家の近くのコンビニ前。そこまで縦脇に送ってもらった。あら、それは良かったわね。それで今日のデートはどうだったの？すっごく楽しかったぞ。遊園地はもちろんだけど、喫茶店にも行ってパフェも食べたし、帰りに今までのお礼も言えた。とっても充実してたみたいね。あ、ちょっと待って。神塚さんにも報告するから。よかったっすね。あ、いや、朝ん時は心配。神塚さん。いや、なんでもです。とにかくよかった。今、みちと一緒にいるのか？ええ、たまたま会って、それで、今はちょっとファミレスでお茶をしてるの。そうなのか。それじゃあ私も合流した方が。そろそろ帰ろうと思ってたところだから、もう春日ちゃんお家の前なんだし、また明日にしましょう。わかった。それで、春日ちゃんの気持ちは、ますます大きくなったのかしら？
My cheeks on the glass look red, and my face looks so weak, just like Mika from that novel. I feel the sweat on my palms. When I swallow my throat, it makes a noise like it's from a cartoon. When I think about Tatvaki, it hurts, but it makes me happy. We just parted ways, and I already want to see him again. I can't stop thinking about him. I can't get him out of my head. 縦脇と繋いだ手は特別な感じがした。縦脇を見るたびに胸がずっとドキドキしてるんだ。壊れちゃうんじゃないかってくらい。頭を撫でられるたびに飛び上がっちゃうほど嬉しいんだ。そう。それじゃあ、あとは成り行きに任せていきましょう。気がついたらいつの間にかキスしてたりなんてあるかもしれないし。キス？ Me and Tadaki? We may have shared indirect kisses now, but actual kissing?
キスなんて無理だ。そんなの死んじゃう。さすがに死んじゃうは大げさよ。いや、死にかねないぞ。キスというものはカナが思っているほど優しいものじゃない。
The novel that Kana gave me and cell phone serial and comics that Michi recommended had very different things to say on the subject of kissing.
あんな獣みたいな激しいのは私には無理だ。獣って舐めたり吸ったり絡めたり、いやでもあれもまた恋の形。ゆくゆくそうなのか。大塚さん、春日ちゃんに何を見せたの？
Oh, the abyss is staring at Kozuka now.
ああ、なんつうか、ちょっとエロめのを見せたっつうか。ほら、裏若い男女なんだし、いずれそうなるかな。とにかくだ。私は今から勉強をする。はい。戦いに挑むのに知識も何もないのでは話にならないだろ。ちょうどよくコンビニがある。ここで買い込んでその手の知識も増やしておく。ああ、春日ちゃん落ち着いて。大丈夫。私は冷静だ。問題ない。ああ、姫。そんじゃもちっとすげえのを後でメールしときますんで。高塚さん。よし、それじゃまた明日な。ああ、春日ちゃん。
Alright, Tadabaki's a guy. He definitely appreciates the female form. He can't take his eyes from a nice pair of breasts.
おっぱい大きくないとダメかな。
Can't exactly fix that overnight, but that just means I need to make up for that in other areas. As his manhood parts my maidenhead, will I let out a breath of pleasure mixed with pain at this new experience. And when morning comes, will we drink coffee together and say how incredible it was the night before?
そこはコーヒーではなくオレンジジュースにしたいところだが。
But if coffee is the way it has to be, I can be flexible.
まずはいろいろと確認するためにもその手の雑誌を買わねばな。
Enter the convenience store and grab all the magazines I can aimed at young men and head to the register.
頼もう。
お嬢ちゃん、これね。お嬢ちゃんみたいな子供には売れないんだよ。
なんだと？私は子供なんかじゃないぞ。
またまた。そんなバレバレの嘘、おじさんはお見通しだからね。背伸びしたいのはわかるけど、まだお嬢ちゃんには早すぎるかな。
まさかいきなりつまずくとは。この天神平春日、一生の深く。
No. The reason why I know that the characters from this game are in Primal Hearts 2 as well is because I've seen that apparently... Because that's what made me think that Haruhi is apparently the canon choice. Because apparently in one route, she and Kazuma show up. And she still looks exactly like she did in this game. So sorry to disappoint you, Haruhi. You're not blessed. The weekend ends. Normally I'd be complaining about how much Mondays suck, but today I've been feeling this strange tension since first thing in the morning. She's still looking over here. She's got her legs crossed in some kind of queen-like pose, looking down on me from her throne. Bitch. Have I done something to upset you?
立脇さん、マジそういうのいいっすから。
I don't. The way she's looking at me suggests otherwise.
しかし、そうか。立脇が23ポジションか。
She's muttering and nodding to herself. I have no idea what's going on. What is all this?
立脇氏、昨日のボンボン日和見た？マジマリちゃんかい。あの背伸びしてる感がもうブワッ。目が
立脇兄さんを変な道に引きずり込むんじゃねえよ。
That's going too far! If you take away his essential geeky nature, there'll be nothing left of poor Mizanori!
肉が残るから大丈夫っす。
That's hardly the point here anyway.
視界を奪われたらこの後の拙者の人生には夢も希望もなくなっちゃうところだったよ。ちょっと
いやー、ついピリッとしちまった。悪い悪い。でもほら、おめえも他人事じゃねえんだし、気使えって。
何の話？
まだだろう？まだ早いって。ね、兄さん。
I don't understand either. Bitch keeps calling me that until after lessons have finished. Use turning in correction, she keeps calling me that, period.
まあさ、うちなりに考えたわけよ。そんで、明け方くらいに答えが出たんだわ。ここはもう、縦脇を立てていくしかねえな。
Me? Why?
うちにとって、姫はそういう存在だってことだ。
Sure. And? It's giving me a strange smile, but I'm getting nothing else from her.
チーッス。あら、二人とも。
Kana's alone in the office. Not touching data yet then.
拙者もいるんですけど。
ああ、いたんだ。
ひどいよちょっと。二人があんまり仲睦まじいからって拙者の存在を忘れないでよ。
仲睦まじい？ないっすから。うちその辺わきまえてるんで。もちろん信用してるわよ。
The two of them giggle at each other and start whispering amongst themselves. Where's Tension Data?
姫が気になってしょうがないみたいっすね。聞いてる聞いてる。
Hello? Anyone listening?
はるひちゃんだったら体育の授業が長引いて遅れてるみたいよ。
Ah, okay. Which means I don't really have anything to do. Is student council work I can help you with?
そんな、座っててくださいよ兄さん。雑用は全部うちがやりますんで。
Where's this coming from?
立脇くん専用のお茶でも入れましょうか。
Can't believe the attention I'm getting. Is this finally my time to shine?
立脇氏、何かモテモテアイテムでも使ったの？フェロモン的作用があるやつとか。
You really do come out with the craziest ideas, Mizunori.
なんか孤立気味の拙者は今のうちに数学の宿題でもやっちゃおっかな。
Ah, good idea. I'll take care of that too. I don't have anything else to do here, so this seems an effective use of my time. Open up my bag right away. Hold on. I forgot it. I have to go get my moth bugger notebook. Make start for me, will you?
映す気満々だよね。
そんくらいいいじゃん。見せてやれよ。な。
立脇氏の株価上がりすぎでしょちょっと。
Haruhi's view. Lessons are finished and I'm on a loose end. Oh no. I loosely glanced at a hint of a line in the Discord, so I'm prepared right now. Oops, I should probably read it. Lessons are finished and I'm at a loose end. I came looking for Tatwaki, but to be honest with myself, I'm happy that he isn't here. There's a Tendo meeting today as well.
立脇はもう生徒会室に来てる。
I want to see him. My eyes are drawn again to his empty seat.
あれで私が私じゃなくなったみたいだ。
I'm in love with Tatewaki. As a woman, I have feelings for Tatewaki. As a man.
顔が熱い。
I cover my face with both hands, but I can't turn off the heat.
私は恋に悩んで我を失うような人間じゃない。
Clearly you are. My resolve has been firm for a while now.
告白をする。
Feels like steam is rising from my face.
けどまだ早いかもしれん。告白は生か死だ。 失敗したら取り返しがつかない。
I mean, Yamato kind of like shows that that's not the case. Need to investigate and prepare carefully for the battle ahead, or I'll never be able to win. That's all this is. It's not like I'm too scared to go through with it.
男が好む告白とは一般的に清純路線らしい。
Need to heed the advice of those who have gone before me.
上目遣い、まっすぐ目を見て、手を握って。
Look over at Tatavaki's seat again. I need some practice after all. The bar is too high to just go straight to the real deal.
驚かせてごめん。伝えたいことがあるんだ。言えるかこんなこと。恥ずかしすぎる。
Not to mention, I can see the puzzled look on his face when I come to him with this.
告白以前に根本的な問題があるな。奴は私を子供扱いしている。
I'm really starting to worry about my chances. I don't know what I can do about this. I sit in Tatavaki's usual seat, maybe to get his perspective on things, or maybe to try and bury my sadness with physical contact. Touching Tatavaki's seat makes me feel a little closer to him.
私があと1年早く生まれていたら、この教室で一緒に授業を受けられたかもしれないのか。
Maybe, that other world 1 year removed, my breasts might have been bigger too. And he might not treat me like a child, sorry to tell you. Place my hands flat over my chest and then squeeze. Is it gonna make them bigger?
よいしょっと。
Aren't really big enough to squeeze, so I end up more stroking them.
我ながら残念な感じだ。
These tiny titties would surely disappoint Tatavaki too. Tatavaki? Touching them? Oh, when I imagine that, the core of my body trembles. Tingling sensation from my runs through all of me.
触って。ほら、お前なら触っていいんだ。
Stroke them some more, imagining that it's him touching them.
どうだ？そんなに大きくないけど、私のおっぱいもちゃんと柔らかいんだ。
Also, fun thing that happened today. A few days ago, I went grocery shopping and saw that Doritos were on sale, so I decided to get 2 packs. I ate 1 at this point, and today, earlier, my mother went grocery shopping. She came back with 4 of the fuckers. One of them I gave my brother, since I still had 1 down here. So yeah, she's the one who complains about me gaining weight, and then she pulls this. Anyways.
お前なら私に触っていいんだぞ。
I starts to shudder and I feel a heat rising up from below.
あそこだってちゃんと女の子なんだ。
Well, feels like I'm losing sight of myself. Stand up and rest. I'm still putting it on plus play. She's following in good old Ayachi's footsteps right now. That's what I know. I know that there's a sex scene where she very much blessed his table. Thanks, Discord, for warning me. Though I feel like I would have realized it this time, even if they didn't do that. Anyways, I'll see you after the sex scene. Yep, he's seeing all of this. Currently, he's literally just screaming, "Wah!" That's the closest thing to a word I could process right now. But come on, this is Tenji Daddy we're talking about! Doing it in the classroom! That's... I mean, look at it. Isn't she masturbating? Tenji Daddy, masturbating. She's always seemed like such a child to me. To mention where she's doing it. That's my seat. He's rubbing herself against my desk. Oh no. Please stop. Please stop. Cease. It's back to skipping. She's finally done. How long am I gonna stand here watching? Finally reached that point and slide away from the classroom door. No one else saw that, right? No one saw me? Turns out I got caught doing that. It'd blow the doors off the school. Scandal wouldn't begin to cover it. I didn't see anything either. That has to be the way to handle this for now. Ow! My chance is incredibly hard. Downright turgid. I got like this watching Tension Data. Turned out from looking at her. This is bad. If she saw me like this. Can't hang around here. I need ever hang around here. I need to run for it. Just panic. Even the moist air of early summer feels cool on my skin. I am so hot. Splash more water on my face, but I can't wash away the cause of this heat. I guess Tension died as a girl after all. Oh, even the way she was talking was so soft. Kazuma, huh? Gonna come to the tender council office after this. What crap kind of face am I gonna make when I see her? She gonna ask like, hey, hold on. Where's Tatevaki? Oh, Tatevaki? Well, he went to his classroom to go fetch his math book. How long ago was that? It's actually been quite some time, like 30 minutes maybe? Possibly an hour. I'm stepping out real quick.
ミザノリ、宿題か？どうやら進んでいないようだが。
立脇氏が一緒にやるようなこと言ってたから待ってんだけどね。
立脇はいないのか？
教科書取りに行くとか言って出てったんだけど、まさかのバックレ？
うちが聞いてみっから、ちっと待ってみ。あ、もしもし立脇？今どこ？うん。了解。じゃ。用事できたから帰ったってさ。ごめんだって。
超放置プレイ？こんなのそうそうないからね。悔しい。でもビクンビクン。
そうか。用事か。会えないのは残念かもしれないけど、そういうのがまた燃え上がらせるのかも。そうっすよね。いやー、この絶妙加減、マジすげえ。会えなくてよかったような、会いたかったような。はぁ、私、もうダメかもしれない。
Give me those chibis! I'm so shocked from yesterday that I didn't get enough sleep and now sweat is dripping into my tired eyes. What's going on this morning? Did I slip and fall into an alternate plane? A world where the sun goes west to east, rain rises up into the sky, and people say good morning at night. A world where Tenchi Daida, little sister number 1, masturbates all over the place. Yes, that's what happened here. I mean, just look at the evidence. It's like I'm suddenly the hero of some crazy story with insane happenings hitting me one after the other.
本当にありがとうございました。もうダメでしょ、ノブリン。
This lady called out for me to catch her dog, and I just spent a good 5 minutes chasing the mutt around. Having finally captured her, she's now panting happily in my arms. It's the third one of these this morning. Helped an old lady with heavy bags to reach the station. Then I helped a middle-aged man find his contact lenses. Finally thought I might make it to school, and this dog debacle kicked off. Brushed the dog's fur off my uniform and found a moment to gather myself. Speaking of which, what's the time now? Oh crap! It's past 8 already, I'm gonna be late! Put my smartphone back in my pocket and start out at a jog towards school.
あら、またさっきのところに出てしまったわ。この地図、どう見るのかしら。
A nice looking old lady with a note in one hand and a troubled look on her face. It'll be fine. It can't pass by. We'll show her the way, I'm sure.
早く病院に行ってあげたいのに。よく無事でいてね。
Can I help you, kind lady? Oh, the chimes! Come on, I can still make it. Safe!
何？
Give him my all, but the operation is a bust. Teacher's already taking roll call and everyone in class is looking at me hopelessly.
あ、でも、ハンコさえ押してくれれば、先生何も見なかったことにするんだけどな。
I'll take the lateness on my record, thanks. I'm exhausted from saving all those people, so I quickly pass by in front of the teacher before she says anything else. My desk. I've been waiting for this. I can finally sit down. I fold over as soon as I sit down, putting my full weight onto the desk. So hard, so supportive. Love it so much. My cheek against its smooth surface. Thank fucking God I got rid of it so quickly enough. Ah! Nothing at all! Whoop!
キャラが不安定だよ。ワッキー。
Later in the student council office, he's currently not there, and Bitch just offhandedly mentions, that reminds me, he was acting very weird, like he just basically jumped up screaming, face red after he laid his head on his desk. What did he just say, Michi? He suddenly panicked after he laid his face on his desk. What a petrifying flashback I just had. The entire scene so clear and vivid in my head. Can't tear my eyes from the corner of the desk where Tension Dida was rubbing herself. I said, she wiped it all clean. What am I doing? What is all this? I feel like I want to touch it. I messed up in the head. Even if she didn't clean it, it would be dry. Even if she didn't clean it, it would be dry by now. But hold on. Might still be able to smell some... No. Nope, nothing. I'm a virgin here too. That don't even know what it should smell like anyway. Anyway, it doesn't smell of anything. Fair enough. Tension Dida is good at cleaning up. That's all this means. Well, that's the chance the girls love to just don't smell of anything at all.
机にいたずらでもされてた？すごく真剣な顔で見てるけど。
Messing with my desk? Yes, they have, if you think about it. If you mean fucking by messing. I don't know how to phrase her into saying that. Can't imagine what's going to happen when I actually see Tension Dida again. In the end, it actually wasn't much of an issue.
私としたことが最近のドタバタですっかり頭から抜けていた。
I was worrying about how to proceed in front of the Tendo office when Bitch grabbed me and dragged me into action. Tenjin Dida is sitting at her usual spot, stamping her seal onto document after document at incredible speed.
おいミザノリ、この書類間違ってんぞ。エクセル開いて数字見直してみ。
資料の通りに書いたよ。
Why would you turn an Excel sheet into a fucking like printout? That's like a database file.
それいつのファイル？私、一昨日ファイル更新したわよ。いや
ー！拙者の足元がガラガラと音を立てて崩れ落ちていくか！
You have to run checks on all the budgets from each organization and plan for upcoming votes. A whole bunch of tasks have hit the council at exactly the same time. Tenjin Dida feeling unwell, and then our theme park work has been backing up the last week or so.
立脇、これお願い。
A massive pile of papers lands in front of me. I have to use my hands to stop it from collapsing completely.
拙者が数字を読み上げていくから間違いがないか見てって。書類の真ん中あたりに数字が入った枠があるでしょ。
Just go down from the top.
ファイルってこれ？カナ計画01で合ってるでござるか？
カンナさん、ファイル名変えちゃダメっすよ。ナンバー更新してってくんないと。いくつか確認しないといけないことがあったから、重複を避けるために分けたの。ああ、それならしゃあねえっすね。
I don't think I've ever seen Tendo in such a fluster. Everyone is working their ass off. No time for jokes or banter.
すまんな。
It's fine, don't worry about it. After making my reply, I realized I've been saved by my sensational reflexes. If I'd actually taken a moment to think about the situation, I'm sure I wouldn't have been able to look at her face.
立脇氏、いい？上からね。71,527。
It says 72,257 here.
最初から全部連部ラメ
ちゃちゃっと数値打ち直すぞ。立脇おめえ、タッチタイピングできる？
I mean, pretty fast.
忘れてた。私、月下に行って承認印をもらってこないといけないんだったわ。
Missed out on sleep with the whole tendinitis thing last night, and I've been run off my feet since morning. Now this column of numbers feels like the final blow. My head feels paralyzed, completely numb inside.
なんとかなったかな。こういうミスでゴミョウ君にチクチク言われるのは最悪だからね。
すまなかったな。今回バタバタしたのは私の計画ミスだ。たまのミスくらい可愛いもんす。普段はバッチリなんすから。ほら、最近いろいろあったし。
That's just like bitch, acknowledging the mistake, but not being bothered by it.
そんじゃま。姫、細かい締めのとこだけお願いしていいっすか？ああ、任せておけ。大塚さん？こういうとこで二人きりにしてあげるんすよ。ああ、なるほど。はるひちゃん、今日は私も先に上がらせてもらうわね。わかった。みざのり、おめえにもたまには餌くれてやんよ。ピザの食い放題行くぞ。
うっしょー、頑張ったご褒美。
じゃなー。
Bye. I can barely work up the energy to reply, and I come to a terrifying realization. Hold on, invite me to the pizza party? Thought I was tired with bitch lately. Maybe I was wrong. Damn it. Things are getting kinda awkward here after yesterday, and I'm also completely exhausted. Hey, Dada, I think I'll get going too.
もう少しいいだろう。手が回らないところもあるというか。あるのだ。
Okay, so what do you need?
私は戦隊関係の資料と月下からの提出物にざっと目を通すから。
Sure, what about me?
お前はコピー用紙の補充を頼む。
I don't need that right now. It's not worth talking back though, so I take down a fresh break of paper from the shelf next to the copier.
どうして前までは気づかなかったんだろう。見れば見るほどかっこいい。
Dada! I've never really had a machine like this before. How much paper should I put in?
包装してあった分全部だ。全部入れてちょうどよくなっている。
It's not all going to fit. The tray itself is still half full.
気にするな。
You just want me to stuff it all in there?
私の勘違いだった。コピー用紙の補充は後でいい。
Open the new packet! Where should I put this now? Back on the shelf, I guess.
ところで、お前、
Huh?
好きな食べ物はなんだ？
Meat.
肉の調理方法もいろいろあるだろ？すき焼きとか、ハンバーグとか。
I mean, I like them all.
そうか。肉か。
Where did this conversation come from? Can I leave now? Huh? Dada?
せっかくだ。私がお茶を入れてやろう。やり方くらいは知っている。
Dada stands up even as she speaks and hurries over to the tea-making
い
area.
つもカナノを見てるからな。確か、先にカップとポットを温め、紅茶の葉っぱもふやけさせるのが良かったはずだ。
Losing a slight tension in my shoulders, I stretch out a little and suddenly feel relaxed.
気がつかない。
Has the pilot light gone out?
ちょうど私もそこに考えを巡らせようとしていたところだ。お前とは気が合うな。
Guess so. It's like a white fog inside my head, hanging over everything I say and do. I keep my eyes open, but they just keep closing on their own. I'm just so tired. Haruhi's view.
その、紅茶は少し調子が悪くてな。イ
Whoops.
メージよりだいぶ濃くなった。案外加減が難しいものだ。だから牛乳をたっぷり入れてくれ。牛乳とクッキーは抜群に合うんだ。カナが持ってきたクッキー。
My brows twitch when I hear regulated breathing coming from this direction.
寝てるのか？
Put the glass of milk down on the table and move around to Tatevaki, then cover him with a blanket.
そうか。疲れてたもんな。今日は忙しくてごめんな。おっと、そっか。寝るときは暗い方が疲れが取れるんだったな。
After how hard Tatevaki has worked today, I want him to get a bit of a break. I don't have any work left either, so I can turn down the lights no problem.
縦脇？
I call softly into his ears, and his shoulders jerk. If I spoke up a little louder, I actually took him by the shoulders and shook him. He wouldn't wake up so easily.
そしたら、元通りの私たちだ。
I don't want that, I realize. Now, Tatevaki here, sleeping, I can actually be true to myself.
縦脇はかっこいいぞ。
Something tightens in my
いい
chest.
かっこしいじゃないところも、優しいところも、時々頼もしいところも好きだ。本当はなでなでも気に入ってる。みんなには内緒にしろよ。
The face is getting hotter and hotter, and I can't keep my eyes open. Understand what this feeling gripping my heart
カズ
means.
マくん。
The moment I say his name, it's like a sweet flood flows out from deep inside my chest, melting everything in its way. I rush over to the door, lock it, and then stop for a moment, giving a sigh.
私、いけないことしようとしてる。
The problem is how badly I want to.
あなたの髪。あなたの匂い。
I return to Kazuma's side and gently push my nose into his hair.
触っちゃうから。
I grab some of his hair, and I kiss it. Just the feeling of touching his hair with my sensitive lips makes me far happier than I expected, and I flinch back a little. I was expecting her to kiss him, not his fucking hair!
まだ起きちゃダメ。
I can see his white neck from between the strands of his hair. Maybe he has sensed my breathing, because what twitches and moves the position of his head.
顔、隠れちゃった。
Makes me feel sad, and I touch his shoulders together. And I touch our shoulders together. I apply some of my body weight to him, and his face turns a little more to the side. I can see his cheek and neck again.
カズマくん。
He moves so close, he can surely feel my breath, making sure his eyelids are still closed. Then I adjust the position of my lips. The lips touch his cheek, the mutation of both smooth and soft skin. Not what I expected from a man. I push down on the right side of my chest with both hands, trying to contain my heart, which feels like it might burst out at any moment, calming my excitement. I kissed him. Ow, I kissed him!
さっきのは一瞬だったし、よくわかんなかったし。ちゃんともう一度確かめないと。
I'm not really explaining myself to anyone in particular, but I move my lips close to him again. This time I hold it for about 30 seconds, as long as my breath lasts, with my heart racing the entire time. Right now, I just want to grab him and hold on. I want to kiss him even more. Kissing is crazy, just like it said in the book. It makes my heart race, my chest sore, and my other place feel all tight. Just touching as a little with my index finger makes electricity spark down my spine. Walking is hard. This can't be allowed, can it? This has to be wrong. Back to skipping. He woke up. Whoa! So surprised that I arc over backwards and fall onto the floor. Tenjidai looks shocked for a moment too, her eyes spinning in her head, and then she bunches up on the spot, covering her crotch with both hands. My hand is wet with saliva and I can still feel the sensation of Tenjidai's tongue. More than that though, I know what I saw. Hey, calm down! You sound like you just ran a marathon! I stroke Tenjidai's back as she curls up in place, and then I see the wet patch on the floor. It wasn't a dream or some kind of crazy campus illusion. You were masturbating. I managed to resist tagging on, and again, that's not a problem. Just so you know, my father always told me when you're young you should do everything that isn't illegal. Everyone rubs one out, right? Come on, no need to... I'm so sorry! I'm sorry I woke up! I should have pretended to stay asleep! Right, of course not! It's fine, everyone masturbates, like I said. Stop it! I kneel down in front of Tenjidai and shake her by her shoulders. It's just some masturbation between friends! I have a particular interest in that activity myself! What did I just say? That stops Tenjidai from crying, right in her tracks. There's the guy alive who doesn't like girls masturbating. So please stop crying, Tenjidai! Seeing you doing that was more like a reward for me, if anything. But you read a book for girls, right? The book for boys has a whole chapter on female masturbation. I don't know anything about any dumb book. What if she can just accept that? Tenjidai seems to have accepted the situation, then tilts her head. You better did! Okay. Tenjidai suddenly perks up a bit, her tears from moments ago melting away. It's best to tackle this head on rather than bluff my way out of it. And I mean, I really do have a raging heart on. Alright, I saw you masturbating on my desk the other day already. It got me so horny you wouldn't believe it. Yeah, super hard. That's right, we're both in the same boat, so don't worry about it. I hadn't expected her to use terminology like that, but I might also be underselling the experience. The way she came back there was pretty overwhelming. Of course not, in fact, it made me see you in a totally different light. Of course not, I love seeing girls masturbate. Tenjidai still looks a little unsure, but she peers up at me, eyes searching. There's a limit to my acting abilities. My cock doesn't get this hot on command. I know things are getting a little crazy, but having come this far, I can't hold anything back now. She stares at my crotch intently. Looking down on her like this, I'm surprised again by how small she is. Tenjidai's eyes take on a totally different sparkle from before, looking at me without blinking at all. There isn't a guy alive who wouldn't feel like this after seeing such a cute girl masturbate. That's your problem now? You've been saying Kazuma all those times in such a cute voice, masturbating up a storm. That was cute too! Stop changing the tone of your voice like that, it's cheating! Tachidana's eyes dart back and forth for a moment before she gives a determined nod and then lies down on the spot.
責任取るから大丈夫。私のここも準備できてるし。
Responsibility for what?
あなたがエッチな気持ちになっちゃった責任。私が取るから。
She is panicking, spat to skipping. Okay, it seems as though they're unofficially an item now. However, I can't turn the feet back on since they're both currently cuddling naked. She said, I'm sorry first. Haruhi takes off her sweaty clothing, becoming totally naked and gives her body over to me. This doesn't seem to be a sex scene since apparently she complained about it being too painful, so they stopped. Anyways. My penis is still rock out. Haruhi's holding me like this. The smell of her... With Haruhi holding me like this, the smell of her shampoo filling my nostrils, there's no hope of my passion fading.
私が子供だから。
He's saying she's still a child, she couldn't satisfy him. Don't say that. Don't even think about it. It hurts every girl the first time. You're so kind, she says. I'm just being normal. You're the one who was in pain.
そういう風に言ってくれるの
I'm
が
saying it like that, that's what makes you kind, she says. Takes my head in hers, pressing it to her cheek, and then kisses the back of it.
あなたとエッチ。
She really wanted to have sex with him, apparently, as she said. Those words are like a bomb going off in my brain, making my penis thrust forward again, ramming Haruhi in the...
こんなにしたいのに。変だよね。
Roots badly, but my body...
私
Kid,
の
why am I like that? Haruhi says. You just have to get used to it. We'll take it slowly, a little at a time.
またすぐ
Let's try it again soon, okay? I'm sure I'll be okay next time, pretty sure, Haruhi says. Can't wait. I decided to approach this whole thing with a positive attitude myself. I don't want Haruhi getting upset ever again about this, thinking of her body is to blame for anything. Today I know we couldn't do it, but I love you so much more now, Haruhi says. Me too. Even more than you, maybe.
絶対
We have to try again soon, okay, she says. I stroke her cheek and give her a small nod. Haruhi nods back and then hugs me. Try enjoying this tender moment, even as my gags moves away from erupting all over her. Yikes. Okay, they're outside now, so there's... I just noticed the fucking... Ah, fuck! The recording was paused all this time. When did I stop the pause? It should have been after the first sex scene. Basically, she couldn't fit it, so both of them just went home. They couldn't fit it in, but they affirmed that they like each other. Next day, both of them start panicking because, hey, maybe the other doesn't like me anymore because the fucking first time sex went wrong. Because they didn't quite make it official yet, apparently. I don't fucking know. So they tried to make it official, and then the others interrupted. However, they figured out that they are basically dating already, so it's kind of official now. And after explaining to Mizanori what's going on, he decided he would go out and buy lotion to make things easier. And when he neared the adult goods store, she also showed up. Turns out they had the same plan. I'm very sorry about this. I'm fucking... Oh, I hate myself right now. But yeah, basically, tried to put it in. Didn't work out. And now they're basically preparing for the next time, and everyone knows that they're dating now. Anyways, I even thought of a fake name just in case. You can call me Shintaro Agnes. I've practiced my self-intro too. Hello, I'm Shintaro Agnes, 23. Head up to Rapunzel and get yourself a Parfait doll face and get that gooey goop we need to get it on. Okay. After watching Haruhi leave, I checked myself out in the window of the bakery. Yep, that's Shintaro Agnes, no doubt about it. My cover is perfect. If anything goes wrong, I can just flee back to my homeland. No one can stop my burning passion now. Bring it on, Anya. You got this.
もしもし、警察ですか？はい。サングラスの不審な男が店の前に。
You've got to be kidding me! Oh, yeah, that was quite the adventure. While my inexperience was obvious, once I got inside, I managed to purchase the required item.
いらっしゃ。ああ、ワッキー。
My god, a smile makes me feel like I'm coming home and in from the cold. I had my bag behind me. She didn't see what's in it.
天神平さんと待ち合わせ？さっきからそわそわして待ってるよ。あ、カツ縦巻き。
Haruhi waves at me with a glittering expression on her face, and I give her a thumbs up in return.
なんだか楽しそうだね。
We're gonna be having a lot more fun soon.
最近、天神平さんとすっごく仲良しだよね。
She peers up at me, her large eyes intent and focused. Hold on. So long ago, being this close to Kumagata, having her face right there in front of me, mine would have made my heart race.
どうしたの？
Cute face and a firm and impressive mouth have no effect on me at all anymore.
今、
Yeah, I'm fine.
全然平気じゃないよね。セクハラだよね。
Of course, but I've been liberated from that now. Kumagata doesn't have a clue what's going on, and I throw her a thumbs up too. I've become a washboard pervert.
ずいぶんとご機嫌ね、ボーイ。いいことでもあったかしら。
My everyday day is filled with brilliance.
一体何があったの？
I'm starting to take things a little too far, perhaps. It's a secret. I'll have an iced coffee, please. Thanks.
あ、ちょっと。
Sorry to keep you waiting. You're not eating a parfait today?
食べてない。だって、カズマくんは戦いに行ったのに、私だけ楽しんでるのはなんか違うもん。
She does have quite the sense of duty. Her cheeks swell up a little as she drinks some orange juice, and she's so cute I poke one of them. Too cute to be making faces like
だ
that.
ってカズマくん、駒形と仲良く話してた。ものすごく。
I'm a social animal, Bambina.
おっぱいとか言ってたし。やっぱり大きい方がいい？
The gesture she makes, worried about her own tits, just makes me love her even more. Hey, quit that. I love my girls flat as a washboard. I lean over and whisper in Haruhi's ear. You're the cutest, Haruhi.
ほんと？
Yes, flat chest is a sexy chest. Stop it.
なんだ。
I like everything about you, Haruhi.
アイスコーヒーお待たせ。
She couldn't have timed it any better. Almost targeted had I returned to the sofa. Haruhi just looks at Kumagata's chest and gave a snort. She seems proud of having no tits now.
どうかしたの？天神平さん。物の価値とは必ずしも均一ではないということだ。ん？はあ。
I still feel like fucking garbage for accidentally not forgetting to turn the fucking recording back on, because now I have to worry. Maybe I accidentally had it on during a sex scene, and I'll have to check that afterwards. And I fucking hope and pray that that's not the case. Anyways, Kumagata returns to her counter with a puzzled look on her face, continuing to glance over in our direction. Now, how about what happens next?
例のものは？
You bet I got it. Even asked a member of staff to make sure I got the best stuff.
よかった。それなら万全だね。
Haruhi's looking down, and I can tell what she's looking at. Haruhi? All I can say is that, the time has come. That's all.
もちろん、私も準備できてるから。
What? You mean ready?
心のだよ。心の準備。
Ah, of course. You really surprised me there. For a moment, I thought she'd been warming herself up alone in the cafe. She does have a few priors on that count. Let's go to my place. Swig down my iced coffee, soothing my throat, which feels dry and parched from saying just those few words. Father, stepmother, lots of other people. At least make an effort. Kazuma Tatewaki is about to become a man. The sexy music already starts, so I'm gonna handle this like a sex scene. However, I can't actually show the CG since that does actually seem fairly cute. And makes me fucking want to deny the whole like, ah yes, washboard tits, because that's not small from the looks of things. That is not small. Maybe it's the angle, but it doesn't look small. Anyways, sex scene. Let's hope I don't fucking forget to pause it again. Unpause it, I mean. They're done, but again, I can't show it because they're naked, cuddling, like the scene after the sex scene where I apparently forgot to unpause the fucking video. Make sure it's unpaused. Good. Oh, she says, yes, this feels really good. I hold Haruhi from behind and she smiles innocently, and that's all the strength fade out of her body. Just stop and moving like this makes me truly feel how we have been connected together in so many ways. The warmth of her skin pressed together, and the smell of our mixed body fluids. Kazuma here, she says before kissing him. Look at the mark made on the sheets by our activities, and Haruhi notices that it barely covers it with her legs. Right now I want to kiss loads and loads, she says. And hug too. And be stroked too, she says. I want to do all these things for her. To be totally honest, to feel them for myself. She's done so much for me, after all. Sex is incredible, isn't it? I loved you so much before, but those feelings have only gotten even bigger now, she says. Me too, I super love you now. I super love you too, says Haruhi. I bury my face on Haruhi's hair and keep on stroking her. She fits so perfectly inside my arms. Small girlfriend who I just want to hold like this forever. Feeling true love here in this moment. Can I stay over tonight, she asks. Would that be okay? I'm not going to let anyone get in the way. I don't want to be apart from you, not for a second, Haruhi says. Then we'll be together until morning. Okay, she says. Feeling relieved, my arms holding her relax a little. I want to take a bath together, but it might feel all tingly, she says. Maybe just shower. Okay, in just a while, Haruhi says. Just a little while. Even if she says that, Haruhi starts to blink her eyes and her head wobbles unsteadily. Shall we just rest for a while? We'll be together until morning after all? Yeah, she says. She gives a nod and then slowly lowers her head. Worked so hard. All done. Her reply is nothing but measured breathing. She's already fallen asleep. About 3 hours later, Haruhi woke up and made me laugh as she panicked about being hungry, wanting a bath, and the aching in her crotch. I almost pressed the fucking... That maybe would have happened. Because they were naked after I got rid of the censorship, I might have pressed the pause button automatically. How do we view, by the way? The air conditioning is set too cold in this room. Scratch Benjamin nose while he lets his secretary fix me with an emotionless stare. The he in the situation being Jinki Tenjin-Daira, my father. And I'm going to be taking over the Tenjin-Daira group at some point in the future. And as I'm going to be taking over the Tenjin-Daira group at some point in the future, he loves to dump his work on me.
Haruhi-sama, そちらの書類はお済みですか? これが最後の一枚だ.
There's a simple job, just quickly checking the contents of these documents and putting my seal on them.
そんなことを言うと、責任感が足りないとか言われるんだろうな。
It's so important, the head of the group should be the one doing it.
よりによって今日を指定してくるとは。本当だったら、今頃、カズマくんと。
I can still feel him inside me. Warm, strong, lovely Kazuma putting inside.
そちら、お預かりしてよろしいですか? 持っていけ!
Stamp down on the final sheet and then pass the sheaf of papers over to her. I wonder what Kazuma is doing now. Right now or now? Just now. As soon as this is all taken care of, I want to go and see him right away.
いきなり訪ねていったら驚くかな.
I'd love to see the look on his face. Even his surprised face looks cute and also cool. Ah, it's no good. I can't do anything but think about Kazuma.
早く会いたいよ.
Falling in love with someone makes you so happy. I never realized that.
次の書類は18時までの予定となっております. 1分でも遅れると私が残業しないといけませんので、さっさと終わらせてください。
わかっている。
His number one secretary, she's skilled at her job, but as cold and blunt as an old farm till.
そういえば、前回の取締役会の議事録についてですが、
おぼかた派閥を徹底的に切り崩せ。そうすれば奴は次のステップには進めん。火種とはくすぶるま。
ではそのように。
この仕事が終わったらカズマくんに抱っこしてもらってチューもしてもらって。
春日様？
ああ、すまん、こっちの話だ。
I want to get this boring work out of the way and go see Kazuma at once.
春日ちゃん
Oh, he's one of those. My father blows in through the door, almost taking it off his injured
パパね
hinges.
春日ちゃんに会いたすぎて飛んできちゃった。
あれは燃えないゴミだ。処理しておけ。
かしこまりました。
パパが燃えないとか何言ってんの？パパ燃えるじゃん。燃える男じゃん。
Oh, so we can't throw you in the incinerator. Nice.
じゃあ燃やしておけ。
ではそのように。
そのようにじゃねえだろうが秘書の分際でよ。お前の雇い主わしじゃん。なんで春日ちゃんに従ってんの？
優秀な方についた方が得なので。
お前もう邪魔だからコーヒーでも飲んでこいマジで。
The fact that this is both my father and the one responsible for the entire Attention Data group is enough to make my head hurt.
春日様、いかがいたしましょうか。
ああ、30分ほど外してくれ。どうせ聞くに耐えない話だ。
恐れ入ります。
え？そんな感じ？そしてなんですれ違ざまにふんとかわしを見下しちゃってんの第一秘書。なあおい聞いてる？ねえあいつ愛想悪すぎない？
貴様の日頃の行いのせいだ。それで私に何か用か？
そうだよそれだよ。パパねちょっと大変な話を聞いちゃったんで飛んできたんだけど、何かの間違いだよね。そんなの嘘って返事を期待して言うからね。
要点を簡潔に言え。いちいち回りくどい。
春日ちゃんに彼氏ができたって噂を耳にしたんですけど。
できたぞ。
そーい！
He unleashed a sudden thrust, smashing a priceless vase to pieces.
何なの？パパの許しもなくそういうことしちゃうの？ああもう怖いわ。若いって怖いわ。
お前が若かった頃は恋人を作るのに親の許しを得ていたのか？
うるさいうるさい。わしルールの話でしょ。全ての物事はわしを中心に回り、かつ気に食わないことは排除します。
はあ、決定的な見解の相違だな。家を出よう。今まで世話になった。
待ってよ。そういうの言っちゃ一番ダメなやつってわかるじゃん。
私に恋人ができたのが許せないのだろう。そんなお前から許可を得るのはあまりに骨が折れる。なら家を出た方が早い。
一時の感情で取り返しのつかないことをしようとしてる？
心配するな。私は一人でもやっていける。今までの養育費などは利子をつけて。
そうだった！春日ちゃんってば無駄に優秀だから一人でも生きていけるじゃん。
家事は苦手だがちょうどいい。花嫁修行も兼ねてカナにでも教わろうか。
花嫁修行とか何言ってんの？っていうかカナまで連れて行く気？あれ一応天神平の人間なんですけど。
カナをあれとか言うな。花は所有物ではない。私の大切な友人だ。
春日ちゃんが出ていくってなったらカナも絶対ついていくじゃん。そしたら春日ちゃん快適じゃん。お家に戻ってこないじゃん。がっそー。ああこんなことになるなら春日ちゃんから金を受け取らなければよかった。
私の友人を飼い殺しなどさせん。バカ者が。
There's no room for further discussion, so I start to get my things together.
何？その話は終わりみたいな態度。いいの？パパを敵に回しちゃってもいいの？それって天神平グループを敵に回すってことだよ。
なるほど。確かに真っ向から敵にするのは厄介だな。
そうそう分かったら。で何？
Oops. I ignore him and flick through my phone book.
ちゃんと登録してあるな。 国税局と。
ちょっと今シャレにならないことをしようとしたよね。春日ちゃん、うちの裏の裏まで知り尽くしてるよね。
めんどくさい相手は潰すに限ると思ってな。
やっべえ、わしの教育完璧じゃん。まさに帝王じゃん。
面会には行ってやる。ほとぼりが冷めるまで塀の中でおとなしくしているがいい。
待って待って待って待って。
He's blocking the door.
もうこうなったら直接その男を呼び出して別れさせるしかない。
狙いがダダ漏れなのだが、
春日ちゃんの年頃のガキなんて基本バカなの。金と女とロックンロールのことしか考えてないわけよこれ。
How old is he?
適当に2、300万程度包んでやれば犬より可愛くぴょんと泣くわけ。そういうもんだからね。
そう思うならやってみるがいい。
何その自信。
そんなものになびく程度の男を私が選ぶと思うか。桁が一つ二つ増えたところで何も変わらん。
That feels good, and a smile spreads across my face.
この私が好きになった人だぞ。
よっしゃー
This time, a sudden spinning kick takes out a screen door worth more than most of the town.
今のはちょっと聞いたかな。
貴様の浅はかさが招いた結果だろう。
そうだよね。お金じゃなびかないっていう人もいるよね。ならちょっと怖い思いをしてもらおうかね。天神平の名前をちらつかせて。
私が天神平の娘だということくらいとっくに知っている。
知ってて取り入るってこと。
Stand proud and firm in front of my father, the pulse visible on his forehead.
天神平ということを知った上で私をただの春日と呼んでくれるのだ。
Whoops.
可愛くて頑張り屋さんなところが好きと褒めてくれたりもするのだ。それがとても嬉しくて幸せなんだ。
He's dead.
補欠するほどの話か。まったくいちいちオーバーなやつめ。
Fuck.
パパが手塩にかけて育てた春日ちゃんをどこの馬の骨ともつかないクズ虫に。
虫か馬か骨かどれだ。いずれにしても彼の悪口を言うお前とはこれ以上一緒にいることはない。
ないわ。もう他にないわ。
My father gives me a subtle grin and I raise my guard for the first time today. When he gets desperate, that's when the sparks can start to
こ
fly.
の鍛え抜かれた肉体で直接語り合うしかないわ。
今なんて言った。
The moment I ask this fear in my voice, I know I've messed up. The next day, she just like shows up at his place like, "Hey, are you okay?" And just her father is just like beaten to a bloody pulp in the corner as he's just like looking at something up on the internet. Oh hey, some weird guy came earlier. I should probably call it hospital, shouldn't I? Do you know him? That's my father. Oh my god, I'm so fucking sorry, father! I know all too well what it means to leave myself exposed to him. Weakness. Show him in a moment of weakness. He is the head of the Tension Data Group. He's not to be
パパ
underestimated.
がパパとして春日ちゃんの彼氏と会うのは全然普通のことだよね。だって親にも紹介できないようなクズではないもんね。
当たり前だ。カズマくんを愚弄する罠か。
ニヤニヤ。それじゃ春日ちゃんの彼氏に会わせてもらおうかにゃ。
あってどうする気だ。
別にただ挨拶するだけだよ。普通にこんにちはって。
You can still see the shattered vase and rent screen in the corner of my eye.
春日ちゃんに回し蹴りを教えたりナイフのさばき方を教えたりしたの。それじゃ早速日程を決めないとね。
He leaves looking very pleased with himself. My phone starts to ring in my pocket, so I pick up.
もしもし、春日ちゃん。今そっちにおじさまが向かったって。
もうあったぞ。あいつめ、よりにもよってカズマくんを直接ターゲットにしよった。
遅かったのね。春日ちゃんたちのことは秘密にしておいたんだけど、どこからか嗅ぎつけて。
落ちかけたのか？それはすまなかった。
私こそごめんなさい。玄関先で春日ちゃんに彼氏ができたのかどうなんだって叫んで近所迷惑だったから、本人に確認すればと追い払ったんだけど、それが裏目に出ちゃったみたいね。
I know how persistent he can be. Once he gets a bite, he doesn't let go. We think of that persistence, now being focused on the first guy I've ever loved.
これは駆け落ちしかない。
それは立脇くんの都合もあるから、さすがに聞いてみないと。
She's right. I'm losing my cool again. I'm not actually crying, but I feel like I might start at any
と
moment.
にかく巻き込んでしまった以上、立脇くんに説明をした方がいいと思うの。
カズマくんに
She's right, of course, but still.
こんなことを話したら嫌われちゃう。
I'm stuck with the terror like nothing I've felt before. A terrible tingle runs down my spine. My whole body is shaking, completely out of control.
立脇くんなら大丈夫。こんなことで春日ちゃんを嫌ったりなんてしないから。
Hell, he's probably not even in any kind of danger whatsoever.
そうかな。大丈夫かな。本当かな。
春日ちゃんったらすっかり乙女ね。でもダメよ。あなたが不安になったりしたら、それが彼にも伝わるわ。それに信じてるんでしょ。
当たり前だ。最高の彼氏だ。
なら大丈夫。それよりおじさまが何か仕掛けてくるかもしれない方に気を配るべきよ。
そうか。あいつならとんでもない嫌がらせをしかねない。今すぐにカズマくんにアポを取らなきゃ。
Just as I was starting to get dark outside the window, and I was thinking about it was time for some food. Just not quite sure what this means.
ごめんね。こんな半端な時間に押しかけて。
No worries. I'm happy to see my honey bunny, who I didn't think I'd get to see today, but for some reason Kana is with her.
あなたが出かけてなくてよかったわ。
I was just doing some cleaning, stuff like that. Mainly cleaning up after yesterday. I don't need to mention all the time I spent clutching the sheets that still smelled of Haruhi, of course. So, what can I do for the two of you?
その
Haruhi seems to be having trouble spitting it out. She keeps glancing at me and then glancing away again. Man, you're so cute.
やだ。可愛いだなんて。でも嬉しい。
Oh boy, just a reaction I was looking for. What a cutie my girlfriend is.
なでなでされちゃった。
用事が済んだら私はすぐに帰るから、その後にしてもらえるかしら。
Sorry, I just got carried away. Just some idle chatter between lovers, you know.
恋人。
これは思ってた以上にすごいのろけだわ。あの春日ちゃんがこんなふにゃふにゃになってるなんて。こんなの見せられたらおじさま本当に息を余っちゃうかも。
大好き。スリスリ。
I love you too, stroke, stroke.
とにかく真面目なお話なの。
そうだった。まだお付き合いを始めて間もないのに、こんなお願い。
Whoops. What is? Just ask away, whatever you need. She gives a small nod and looks up at me like a puppy.
父親。私の父親と。
Meet him? Is that what that is?
父親を叩きのめす方法を一緒に考えて。
I see. Your father has found out about us?
そのちょっと過保護というか過剰な人で。
Meaning I have to meet him. That's pretty fast, but we have to do things right. I'll give it my best shot.
なんて堂々としてるんだろう。かっこいい。また惚れ直しちゃった。
I'll help you to get over here. Haruhi jumps into my arms and wrap them around her.
ありがとう。あなたは男らしくて優しくていつも堂々としてる。そういうとこが好き。
Kana's just like, what the fuck is happening? I think all those things about me.
大好き。
She rubs my cheek with hers, and my hands around her back start to...
This
isn't time, of course. Kona's gaze is truly piercing. What should I wear then? A suit?
動きやすい方がいいかも。
When meeting your dad for the first time?
当日まで説得は続けるけど、奴が何をしでかすか私にもわからないから。
Now you've got me worried. What do you think he might do? A whole "you're not having my daughter" kind of thing? I was just kidding, but but the look she gives me is deadly serious. You think he'd try and punch me? I mean, he could probably handle that. I work out. That wouldn't really be a problem.
そうね。回し蹴りとか。
政権好きとか
Hell of a way to say hello. Just to clarify things, your dad doesn't like me much, does he?
立脇くんの人物とか関係なしで反対してる感じかしら。でも、世の父親ってそういうものでしょ？
Sure, I can see that. I'm the interloper here.
大丈夫よ。命までは取られないと思うから。
Kill me?
多分。
She's not sure? Hold on. Is your father some kind of martial arts master or something?
柔道5段かな。
Fifth? Okay, that gives me some idea of what we're working with here. Could take part in a nationals tournament and open his own dojo at that level.
他にも、剣道4段。空手は何段だったかしら。それと、ボクシングとムエタイと、コマンドサンボと。
Hey, is your father aiming to take part in the World Martial Arts Tournament or something?
男の必修科目って言って、それでやってたみたい。
Okay, sounds like there aren't many true men in the world.
趣味が道場破りで、看板を数百枚コレクションしてるのよ。
That's a pretty nasty hobby.
372枚。違うか。今年に入って385枚になったと思う。
And he's still going? Does your father shave off one eyebrow and go to train in the mountains, fight bears and stuff?
眉は知らないけど、山には何度もこもってる。
お屋敷にある熊の剥製、おじさまが勝ったんでしょ？ヒグマは張り合いあったとか言ってたもの。
Brown bears can reach, what, 10 feet?
あら、詳しいのね。剥製もちょうどそのくらいよ。
So I have to go meet with some kind of bear-slaying Superman.
私が今日までにあの父親を倒せてさえいれば、無理も押し通せたのに。
Defeated him? What?
春日ちゃんがおじさまに勝てば、自由を与えるって約束なの。それで何度も挑んでるんだけど、一度も歯が立たなくて。
You mean freedom from the life you're meant to lead after graduation?
わしを超えてみろと言って、拳で語り始める人だから。
What kind of crazy father are we talking about? Is this some kind of head of the world martial group and his daughter should be?
でも大丈夫。
I feel like I fucked up.
立脇くんなら、きっとおじさまを説得できるわ。
Where are these sudden expectations coming from?
そうだな。カズマくんなら、あの父親でもなんとかできるかも。
What are you basing these expectations on exactly?
カズマくんの男っぷりを見て、うちの父親も認める流れになるかもだし。
そうよね。そういう奇跡もあり得るわ。
That would be a miracle, wouldn't it?
カ
Would
ズ
it?
マくん、
Oh, I can't turn it down when she looks at me like that. Leave it to me!
やっぱり素敵。 プライマルハーツ。
Want those chibis. Desperately. Like, really. The fated day has finally come. The day I have to meet Haruhi's father. Plans to meet at a restaurant with me wearing my school outfit. We decided that, given I'm Haruhi's schoolmate, that might go over better than a suit. Should I be showing up empty-handed? Boy, I'm glad the weather is so nice today.
天気はあんまり関係ないと思うけど。
Good point. We'll be meeting outside after all.
緊張してる？
Of course, but I'm ready to make the best impression ever, don't worry.
その計画で、奴が規制をそがれるくらい淡々と進めれば大丈夫なはず。車は、もう来てる。
Haruhi pulls my sleeve and points ahead. Ah, stretch limo. I've seen those in movies.
楽にしてていいからね。今日は私がリードするから、カズマくんは挨拶だけしてくれれば。その後は、 全部私が何とかするから。
So reassuring. I've got best greetings all lined up. Don't worry.
どんな
Please give me your daughter.
くださいなんて、そんな。
A bit too soon for that one. I said what I'm really feeling.
もう私はいつでもそのつもりなんだけど。
I've also got another greeting ready, just in case that should work in most. Just in case that should work in most situations. What's up?
元気があって。
Thought maybe it was a bit dumb, but energy also counts for some, right?
カズマくんなら何をしても素敵だよ。
Stroke Haruhi's face as she wriggles at my loveliness, and then get into the waiting car. So it begins the meeting with Haruhi's father, an event that could decide my entire future. The appointed restaurant is a decent distance from the school, and so once we climb out of the car, it's already night. There's a powerful Japanese aesthetic to the restaurant, and I take a moment to just breathe it in. What a beautiful pine tree. Wonder how much a single meal costs at a place like this.
静かだな。やつめ、もうついてるのか？
You're sounding more like yourself.
暗がりに気をつけて。やつが身を潜めてるかもしれないから。
Is your father some kind of assassin? Why she averts her eyes does not give me much hope here.
まだついてないのか？予約は菊の間のはずだから、先に入ってよっか。
Sure, okay.
やつか。
Haruhi takes out her cell phone with a harsh look on her face, but then it changes to one of puzzlement.
かなか。もしもし。何？そうきたか。素直に動くとは私も思ってなかったが、動きは追ってるのか。いや、いい。私が直接出向いて。
Haruhi, after she hangs up, I gingerly say her name to get a loud sigh in return.
実は、父がまだ天神平の本社ビルをうろついてるらしくて。
Today's the day we're meeting to do this, right?
どうも不穏な動きをとってる節がある。カナが気づいてくれてよかった。
Planning what exactly?
カズマくんは先に中に入ってて。むしろ、そこが一番安全かも。
Safe from what exactly?
すぐ戻ってくるから、ジュースでも飲んでくつろいでて。
How am I meant to do that under these conditions? But Haruhi has already dashed off, and I don't know how to get home from here without her anyway.
恐れ入ります。菊の間のお客様でしょうか。
Yes, actually.
では、こちらへどうぞ。
He's not in the HQ. He's waiting. Guess I just have to go ahead. The elegant aura surrounding this luxury restaurant is even more overpowering than I expected. I'm seriously losing my nerve as I walk its wooden corridors. Like I had vanished somewhere along the route. Even if I felt like it was okay to leave, I wouldn't know where the entrance was. This looks like the place. Still very nervous to open the door in front of me.
Yay!
Sense intent to kill! Flexibly lean backwards and leg like a log passes in front of my nose to kick barely missing me.
かわしただと？おのれ、父の情が技を鈍らせたか。
Hey, what is this?
もはや容赦はせん。このわしを本気にさせたことを後悔するがいい。
Faced with the raw power emanating from this clear master of the martial arts, I drop immediately into a fighting stance of my own.
小僧、貴様の母妃には何と名を刻めば。
Huh?
ん？
Both tilt their heads at the same time. Hold on.
あれ？
Jin, sir, it's very nice to see you! I know I'm right about him! Who could forget such a character?
和寿反対じゃないですか。いやー、お久しぶりです。
Oh, like 3 years, I think, since we last met.
すっかりご挨拶しそびれてしまって。お二人とも住所不定にも程がありますよ。
I'm sorry, my father is always off in the mountains, although he's finally settled down a little recently.
そうなんですか？何があったんです？
Nothing. He got remarried.
あの人類最強にして最強の名神竜投手が？
This guy is really named Jinki Kamidaira, a wandering martial artist who sometimes studies Meishin style under my father. We used to get along very well, with me calling him Jin and him calling me Kazu, the future master.
それにしても偶然こんな場所で命の恩人と再び出会えるだなんて。
Please, I didn't save anything. Okay? Gap in age means nothing in the friendship between men. We clap each other on the shoulder, sharing our joy and to find each other in good health.
いやいや、師範代のサポートがなければ、あのヒグマ野郎にわしは食われていたでしょうからな。
It was almost a 10-footer.
ま、今は剥製にしてやりましたがね。
The man was nerves of steel. We ate the bear meat and then he carried the skin home, as I recall. I can ask though, what was that kick when what was with that kick when I came in?
しっけりしっけり。完全な人違いで申し訳ない。このわしが人違いするなど、どうやら師範代の達人の気配に当てられましたかな。
Please, I can't match your incredible power.
先の反応の鋭さたるや。わしは首から上を全部持っていくつもりで回し蹴りを放ったんですぞ。
If you kicked a regular guy like that, you'd kill them for sure. You're lucky it was me.
お恥ずかしい。つい我を忘れてしまいましてな。
Jin scratches at his cheek, an apologetic smile on his
精
face.
神の鍛錬が足りませんな。実はここでクソ憎たらしい野郎と待ち合わせしておりまして。
Is this some kind of
い
duel?
えね、実はわしには娘がいるんですが。
Wow, I didn't know that. I thought he was a lonely wanderer, devoted him simply to his art craft, but it seems he got all the bases covered.
何分世間知らずな娘でして、どうもですな、悪い男にたぶらかされとるようなんですよ。
And has this soon-to-be erased fellow, what has this soon-to-be erased fellow done to her?
何ってわけじゃないんですが、気がついたら6000万ほど。
What? He's a con man for sure. What scum? Not fit to be called a man.
さすが男気あふれる数師範代。
This guy is getting what he deserves, but still laying a hand on Jin's daughter. What a moron. I understand your anger, Jin, but maybe take things a little more carefully. I don't want to see you going down for murder.
いや、運が良ければ助かる程度にはとどめるつもりですがね。
Do you want me to handle this for you? Pop out the joints and want to throw the finger at the dominant hand, and I think you'll listen to reason. I don't mind doing a little wet work for you, Jin, considering the scum we're dealing with.
相変わらずお優しいですな。その心遣いにわし感無量ですわ。
This is so fucking great. We sat there laughing, arms around each other's shoulders.
師範代がいらっしゃればわしも本気が出せそうだ。もしヤバくなったら止めてくだされ。
Things are already pretty bad if that's what you're asking me. Sending him for a stay in the hospital sounds more than sufficient here.
そう言われて安心しました。ここで師範代に会えたのもきっと天の導きに違いありませんな。いやー、テンション上がってきましたわ。
Hold on. What was I here to do again? This is the chrysanthemum room, right? Correct?
ここは白菊の間ですぞ。
Oh, that makes sense. I bet it does. I'm in the wrong room. Damn it, this place is like a super expensive maze. I need to put the name of the room in big letters
ところ
outside.
で師範代はここに何のご用で。
Yeah, that's a funny story.
おっとっと、わしの電話ですな。
He picks up and starts talking. It'd be rude for me to disappear now.
はあ？意味わかんないんですけど。パパは何にもやってません。影武者？違います。パパのそっくりさんです。
Maybe I can use this moment to call Haruhi too. I'm worried I might be keeping her father waiting. The line is busy.
パパがどこにいるかなんて。この程度の策に引っかかる自分を間抜けと思うんだな。おう、まだ話中だというのに。まったく跳ねっかりな娘で困りますよ。
The two of you sound very close. Now that I've recalled why I'm here, I'm starting to get worried
娘
again.
がいるとクズ虫を仕留めるのに邪魔でしょ。ですから引き離してと思っていたのですが、中井を買収して一人でここに来させるように仕向けたのですが。
That's all very nice, Jin, but I think I'd better... now I'm running. Sorry, Jim, I'm getting a call.
ああ、どうぞどうぞ。こっちにはお構いなく。
カズマくん、よかった。無事？
Still alive?
奴とはまだ接触してないの？それなら本当によかっ
I think I got the wrong room though. I might be keeping him waiting?
変の廃材だ。素晴らしい。そのまま逃げ切って、今すぐに。奴は私が牽制しておくから、逃げて
Ah, she hung up.
何か込み入った事情ですかな？
It seems the person I'm waiting for isn't here yet. Not sure what to
お
do.
っと失礼。またですな。
He takes out his phone and signals to me to just hold on a moment. I'm never gonna get out of here at this rate.
どういうつもりかだと？前から言ってる通り、わしのやり方で試してやるだけよ。わしの回し蹴りを無傷で受けたら、その彼氏とやらを認めてやるわ。
I would kill pretty much anyone after all.
ダメでーす。ハルヒちゃんの彼氏は100歩譲ってもわしより強くないと絶対ダメでーす。
Haruhi!
どうかなさいましたか？師範代。うるさい。こっちの話だ。
Jin ends the call and turns to me, a suspicious look on his face. No, I thought I heard you say Haruhi?
わしの娘ですが。
I fold my arms in this new development. You bet I fold my arms. Okay. But this is the chrysanthemum room, correct?
この店で菊とつく部屋は白菊の間だけですな。
Huh? Double huh?
おっと失礼。まただ。
Jin clicks his tongue and then picks up the phone again.
黙れ。わしだってイラついてるんだぞ。なんだハルヒちゃんの彼氏は時間も守れないのか。うるさいうるさいうるさい。もう何がカズマくんを侮辱するんだ。少年もクソな名前。カズマ？
Having reached the same conclusion just a little sooner, I hesitate for a moment and then kneel down on the spot.
カズ師範代のお名前って確かカズマだったような。
Sir, I am Kazuma Tatewaki, and you... Jin, are you the father of Haruhi Tenjin-daira? His cell phone falls from his hands and spins on the floor. Time stops for a moment.
おい、お前カズマくんに。
いやー、ハルヒちゃん遅かったね。
なんだ？どうした？なぜ正座しながらそんな風に縮こまっているのだ？
I look pretty much the same as her father. In the 10 minutes it took for Haruhi and Kata to arrive, we've both just been sitting here.
これってどういう状況なのかしら？
Things started with a spinning kick, and now we're moving toward reaching some kind of understanding of the situation. The whole 60 million yen thing was the stuff Jin smashed when he heard about our relationship.
回し蹴りだと？おのれクズめ。カズマくん、それで骨は？
カズ師範代にわしの未熟な技など通用するはずないだろう。
師範代？
命の恩人に回し蹴りをかますなど、世が世なら返す刀でわしなどとっくにあの世行きだ。どうかお許しいただきたい。
こいつが土下座？
He gives me the full works forehead down to the ground, and I can only hurriedly respond with the same gesture.
頭を上げてください。師範代に下げられる頭などわしは持っておりません。
しかも敬語？
おじさまって我が道を行く典型よね。邪魔なものは全てなぎ払って踏みつぶしていくタイプの。
ああ、そうだ。そうなのだが。
知り合いだったってことかしら。
知り合いだったとおこがましい。師範代はわしの命の恩人で尊敬する武道家の一人だ。
何そのとんでも情報！彼女の私が知らない引き出しがポンポン出てきてるんだけど。
わしが唯一収めることが叶わなかった迷信流の師範代、それがカズ、いや鳴神カズマ殿だ。
Since my father remarried, I'm known as Tatebaki.
おお、そうでしたな。
This took me very much by surprise as well. I never thought you were the head of the Tenjin-daira group, Jin.
そこはそのわしなりのこだわりと言いますか、天神平グループの名をバックになどと思われては尺ですからな。一人の武道家として名を馳せたいわしとしましては、天神ライダの名前をもじって使っていた次第です。
I see, so that's where Kamidaira comes from.
それで春日ちゃんの彼氏はこちらのカズ師範代で本当に合ってるのかな。
立脇一馬くんが私の彼だ。どうだ、かっこいいだろ。
Having finally gotten a handle on the situation, Haruhi seems happy to boast about it too.
それでおじさま、二人の交際は認めてくれるということでいいんでしょうか。
当たり前じゃん。認めるも認めないもないじゃん。だってわしずーっと前からカズ師範代に娘をもらってほしいって思ってたわけだし、だってこのまま交際が順調にいけば師範代が息子だよ。わしと一緒に酒を飲んだり釣りをしたり最高じゃん。やばい、どうしよう、わし興奮してきた。
立脇くんならおじさまでも説得できるかもなんて期待は確かにしてたけど、こんな展開は予想外だったわ。
Help me. Fine.
さすがカズマくん、私が好きになった人だけはある。
それで納得しちゃうんだ。
しまった。
まだ何かあるのか。
カズ師範代、当主はこのことは知っておられるのですかな。
Apparently, love only makes you stronger. That seems to be his stance on things. He's unlikely to take exception to this.
重みのある言葉ですね。さあ、当主。
I've been feeling the truth of them recently myself. Played careful, as is Jen here, but give Haruhi a smile. Really been feeling how much stronger I can become for the sake of this girl.
ありがとう。
Fucking head hurts now. Haruhi hasn't been saying much herself, just sitting at my side and holding my hand.
ところで、その
Jin looks over timidly, adjusting his kneeling back into perfectly polite form.
子供ができた暁にはぜひわしを名付け親に。さすが春日ちゃん、わしが鍛えただけはある。いいパンチだ。
気の早い話をするな。私とカズマくんはまだ始まったばっかりだ。
That's right, we've got everything ahead of us. Our plans for the future have suddenly got a lot brighter too. If I'm with Haruhi, there's nothing we can't overcome. Both give an embarrassed laugh.
めでたしめでたしよね。なんか今一つ納得がいかないんだけど。
めでたしめでたしだ
Hold her small, warm hand even more tightly. There's nothing between us now.
カズマくん大好き。
We're really a couple. No one can get between us now. Now that I've met her father, Haruhi says that she at least needs to talk to my parents. So now I'm on the phone with my stepmother. Yes, that's the short of it. Could you have a word with Haruhi? Hold on a moment. My father's off in the mountains, so he isn't at home. Do you want to talk to my stepmother instead? You don't have to say much.
わかった。
Haruhi's face is stiff with tension and worry, just like mine was not so long ago.
もしもし、私、天神平春日と申します。
She's tripping all over herself.
カズマさんとお付き合いを。そうなんですね。はい。私もお二人に負けないように。
I've been chatting for a while, and Haruhi seems to be getting along with her well.
カズマくんに代わってくれって。
Ah, okay. Yes? If you tell him I'm dating the daughter of Kamidaira, I think he'll understand. Yes, thank you. The moment I end the call, Haruhi jumps on me.
カズマくんだ。
What
や
the
っと
fuck?
ギュッとできた。
It's been a pretty crazy, nervous day.
でも、まさかうちの父親と知り合いだったなんて。
That was just as big a shock to me. You're his daughter. Or him being your father. Well, that's... well, what a surprise.
そこはちょっとひどいと思う。
She continues to rub my chest, but also puffs up her cheeks.
武道の達人なんて話、 初めて聞いたよ。
I mean, it's kind of a tricky subject to explain. When I first transferred in, I was trying to be popular. Doing some old martial art didn't fit into that image. I didn't mean to keep anything from you, I'm sorry.
いいんだ。カズマくんの新しい一面が見れたしね。どうりで私の回し蹴りなんて通じないと逆に納得したよ。
Those kicks are still quite something, though. I can tell your father trained you. It might not be something you normally say to a girl.
そっか。カズマくんに鍛えてもらえばいいんだ。
Huh? What do you mean?
私が奴を1対1の勝負でコテンパンにできれば自由を勝ち取れるんだけど。
Yeah, you mentioned that.
そしたら愛の島での3年間が終わっても一緒の大学とか行けるよ。同棲なんかもしちゃったり。
Well, yeah, it would be nice.
でも私の一番の夢は。
She keeps glancing over at me. I know what she wants to say. Let's give it a try. You have a good foundation, so if you train hard, I'm sure you can get it.
師範代。
What's the general consensus, I wonder, on helping to train your girlfriend to defeat her father? Well, who cares? This is just how the two of us do things.
すごい。一気にいろいろ広がったよ。楽しみなことばっかりだ。
Hey, I'm happy too, but we're in the middle of the street here.
ちょっとだけ恥ずかしいけど、でもそれ以上にあなたとキスしたいか
A
ら。
storm of kisses!
あなたを好きになって本当によかった。
Me too. So glad I met you.
大好き。
あれ見てよ。あんな小さい子がキスしまくってるよ。兄弟なんじゃないの？さすがに。
兄弟じゃない。
We're not siblings, we're in love!
恋人だ。え？
Huh?
プライマルハーツ。
I want those chibis. They're gonna be fucking incarcerated by the police the next morning. As our relationship with Haruhi is going well, the seasons have started to change. Polling update, Tendo takes the lead. Will colored carp be introduced to Ainoshima Academy Pond? They do get serious about some strange crap around here. I shake my head, looking at the flyer posted on the message board. The pond at the academy has been cleaned up, and so the vote is to decide what to keep in it, goldfish or carp. Gekka selected goldfish based on budget, but Tendo responded with carp being cooler. A vote that takes something almost meaningless and gives it meaning. Huh. Someone said something like that once somewhere. Maybe.
以上のように問屋からの直通ルートを開拓することで安価な導入が可能になる。つまり月下の指摘は全くの的外れということだ。
It's lunchtime and a debate is raging. I'm in the audience waiting for things to wrap up so I can eat lunch with Haruhi.
5万円の予算で十分事足りる。まだ値段は交渉中だが、すでにクモン竜を含む8匹で見積もりをもらっている。
The sound the crowd makes is, personal bias aside, pretty positive.
さらに私は錦鯉たちの名前を公募によって決めることも掲げよう。
マジかよ。すげえ。ゆずきちゃんってつけられるかもしれないのか。恋にその名前つけてどうするのお前。
I mean, who cares about the name of some fish, but she certainly seems to have grabbed the hearts of the crowd.
錦鯉は見分けがつく。金魚は見分けがつかない。これはゆくゆくの愛着にも通じるものだ。
Ah, now that was a good point.
ひょっとしてデメキン愛を語っちゃうのゴミョくん。
そういや、ゴミョってデメキン顔だな。
貴様。
They know exactly which buttons to push, I'll give them that.
ナチュラルに人のことをデメキン呼ばわりか。
最近連敗してるからってキレてんなよ。みっともね。
Pressing the attack?
僕の品格を貴様らごときがそしるのか。二大生徒会制度の廃止と天神平を頂点とした新体系の樹立を目指している貴様ら。二大生徒会制度の廃止？
天神平さんを頂点としたって。
Komiya let his emotion get the better of him. Looks stressed as soon as he finishes, but it's too late. He can't take it back.
天神平会長、ゴミョが言ったことについて説明してほしいんすけど。
This isn't what it sounds like. Tenjidara just wants to make the school a better place.
なんでおめえが出しゃばるんだよ、立脇。
いつから天道の関係者になったお前。
Understand at once that I should have just kept my mouth shut. I'm only making it worse.
天神平さんはそんなこと言う人じゃなかったのに。37が焚きつけたんじゃないの？
それは違う。
Need to tell her to protect her position as Tendo president, even if it means throwing me under the bus. There's no way to get her to her and tell her amidst the storm of questions.
立脇君は関係ない。天神平、貴様が言ったのだ。二大生徒会制度には不備があり、それを正せない場合は排して自分に従えと。
確かに言った。それは認めよう。
なんだそれ。それで自分がトップに立つって。
ありえないでしょ、いくらなんでも。
ああ、しらけちゃったな。
Students who had been listening so passionately to Haruhi just a moment ago now start to turn their backs on her.
選挙で決める生徒主導の学園だから。
革新って言葉を勘違いしてんじゃねえの。ぶっ壊すのは革新とは言わねえよ。
革新と革命じゃ全然意味が違うわな。制度に文句があるなら、それを選挙で決めるべきだろう。
ああ、一番恐れてた事態になっちまった。それはこうなるわよね。
僕はそんな貴様の意見を否定した。これからもそうだ。愛の島学園の歴史と伝統を守り、これからも二大生徒会制度を維持。
いいぞゴミョ、見直した。
それでこそ伝統を守る結果会の副会長だわ。私天道支持だったけど、どうしよう。
どうもこうもないわよ。指示したって意味ないじゃん。
There's no coming back from this, no snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. The positive atmosphere up to this point has now completely changed direction. Haruhi has nothing more to say and could only hang her head. This was the beginning of some serious anti-Tenjidai sentiment that would spread to engulf the entirety of Anushima Academy. You have fucked up, Gomyo. Bad. Big time.
やっべー。別にゴメオのせいじゃねえし、誰が悪いとかじゃねえし。
Oh no, it is, it is.
今さらどうしようもねえんだけどさ。
In the middle of a fucking campaign, he let his fucking emotions get the better of him and, you know, shared fucking confidential information that was uttered in a closed room in a matter of an emotional outburst that has already been fucking buried. School's already on fire with rumors. It was always getting inflated too. Just heard someone in the corridor saying how Tenjidai was planning to take over the entire school. This isn't gonna be resolved as a minor issue. A blip on the radar.
天道支持者からガンガン問い合わせが来てんだわ。カンナさんもミザノリも対応に必死でどうにもなんねえ。クラガノも狙ってやったわけじゃねえってのは分かってっけどさ。議題になったわけじゃないし、この件での声明は出さない。今の選挙に集中したい。なんて言ったもんだから、逆に株が上がりまくりよ。
What else do you expect Kuragano to say?
ゴミョが煽ってクラガノがなだめて、ユズキッチがフォロー。今の月下はうまく回ってるわ。こんなチームワーク、いつの間にできたんだって感じだ。畜生。
They overcame the folk dance and camping trip challenges. They overcame the folk dance and camping trip challenges after all. I'm happy that Gekka has shown so much growth. But like Bitch said, not great timing for us.
お疲れ。
Mizunori appears, wiping the sweat from his face, looking suitably haggard.
文化部連合相手に説明会してきたよ。ああ、これちょっと収集つかないかも。
もう天道の指示はできねえって？
姫を退陣させろってさ。連合として意見書提出するって。
あっちゃー。そっちかよ。
もともと1年生が代表ってのがイレギュラーだからね。能力と勢いでここまではやってきたけど。
月下の対抗勢力としての天道が弱体化するのは困るものね。
The way the system works causes everyone's individual circumstances to entwine with all sorts of complexity. It's all come to a head now in this painful explosion.
天道にはカンナ先輩がいるから余計にね。カンナ先輩が会長にって声はもともと大きかったからさ。
姫が退陣に追い込まれたりしたら、うちはやめっかんな。
拙者だってやだよ。
Haruhi?
今は理事長に呼ばれて、事情説明中よ。選挙の議題として、二大生徒会制度廃止を謳ったなら問題なかったんでしょうけど。金魚か錦鯉かの選挙期間中にそんなことを言い出したものだから。
The fourth article of the Inoshima Academy guidelines might apply. Is that what you mean?
ええ。選挙期間中に他の議題を挙げたと判断されたら。
But that should be a fucking penalty towards Gomyo then!
まあ、もうペナルティ以前の問題っすけどね。マジで支持率やべえもん。
Gomyo is the one who brought it up. He's the one who should be penalized for this.
とにかく、ここが正念場ね。みんなで解決策を探しましょう。
結局手詰まりってことになっちゃうんじゃないの？
それじゃあ、話が終わっちまうだろうが。
だってさ、あれ嘘やっぱなしぴょーん。
いっそのこと。ダメよね。
Everyone present immediately knows what Kano's talking about. A tender should officially propose banning the two council system. But that would mean losing everything.
ただいま。
ハルヒちゃん。理事長の方はどうだった？
一応、誤解は解けたが。
とりあえずペナルティはなしってことでいいんすよね。
そこの誤解は解けたが、二大生徒会制度の問題点は残ったままだ。みんなには悪いと思っているが、私には私の信念がある。この件を撤回することも、後悔することもないぞ。
それでいいんじゃねえすかね。姫はそういう人だし。
Sure, there's no issue with your position, Haruhi. It's just that what we're proposing is completely at odds with what the student body thinks.
予想をはるかに超えた逆風になっちゃうくらいの薄利っぷりだけどね。
そりゃそうだ。みんなこのお祭り騒ぎが大好きだかんな。ま、うちもだけどさ。
Bitch dumps her chair on the floor and puts her hands behind her head.
でも、うちはそれ以上に姫が好きっすけどね。
ありがとう。こういう時に言われると、しみるな。
その顔見て腹は決まった。ちなみに姫さ、辞任する気は？
一切ない。やり方は間違っていたかもしれないが、間違ったことを言っているとは思っていない。
そう来なくちゃ。んじゃま、うちらで姫を守るとしますか。
守るって簡単に言うけど、どうやって？
うちが姫の不信任案を出す。立脇がゆずキッチンにやったやつを丸パクするってわけだ。
Fixed race, you mean? A proposal intended to fail.
そう。うちがネチネチ文句垂れて、せいぜい反感買いまくってやんよ。
待って待って、ビッチさんなんだかんだで女子たちと仲いいんだし、今の流れだともしもが起こる危険もあるよ。だからさ、その役は拙者がやるよ。
てめえみたいなアドリブ苦手なビビリが、こんな大役こなせるわけねえだろ。
拙者なら女子たちからも肝がられてるし、男子の友達もほとんどいないから。だから拙者の方が適任だって。
ダメだ。そんなことをしたら、お前たちが悪者になってしまう。
It also won't work since they have proof that there might actually be something going on, so people might actively, you know,
私のせいで、そ
still talk out
んな
against
ことを
her.
させるわけにはいかない。
普通に話しかけただけで逃げられる拙者にこそ、その役はふさわしいんだって。むしろこのキモさが初めて役に立つんだからさ。
ダメだ。私は絶対に許可しないぞ。
姫が辞任することに比べたら悪口くらいなんともないんだってば。
ダメなものはダメだ。
許可なんかなくても勝手にやるからね。
It's the first time I've ever seen Mizunori being so stubborn. Seeing how passionate he is about protecting Haruhi makes my heart ache. Not just it's not just him. Bitch and Kana too, all with ideas to try and save her.
でもそれが、現状考えられる最善手よ。
わかっているが、お前たちにそんなことをさせるくらいなら。
Hold on, stop right there. You're getting too emotional again. I mean, I love that about you too.
カズマくん。
But Haruhi on the head, calming her down. Haruhi is struggling with this simply because she cares so much about everyone present. But if the person at the top changes her tune too easily, it'll only cause bigger issues for those lower down. Can I ask her, what's the goldfish versus carp situation like?
は？この状況でおめえ何言ってんだ？
I brush past Bitch's question and indicate Kana to share the information.
圧倒的大差で、月下有利になってるわ。
Which means Tendo's lead from this morning has evaporated completely. It doesn't matter about the issue. Reputation alone can swing the vote dramatically.
そりゃそうだろう。選挙を否定してるところに選挙で票を入れるわけねえよ。
Which means a single scandal is enough to completely change a vote. I'd understand if she'd broken the rules, but all Haruhi did was voice her opinion. People don't like it. There should be a vote about it. That's the whole basis of the system here.
関係ないことでも、これだけ票が動いてしまうくらい、みんな問題を切り離して考えてはくれないってことね。
私の認識が甘かった。正しい主張をすれば、必ず受け入れられると思い込んでいた。だけど、そうじゃないんだな。それを発言する人、状況、環境などで、まるで変わるんだ。
Glad you understand that now. Being fixed on the truth is one of your defining qualities, and a good one, but it can also lead to misunderstandings.
受け手の感じ方次第で、同じ主張でもまるで変わるってことね。
うん。ありがとう。気づけてよかった。
Asked my girlfriend, so wise. I think love is cutting off the oxygen to my brain. Although she was wise and cute before she became my girlfriend, I guess. I'm about to pass out. It's a big development for Haruhi to have realized one of her biggest failings for herself. The cost of that has been big and could get bigger, but it's still worth pointing out.
結局、おめえは何が言いてんだ？
Sorry, I got completely distracted there. It's not the time to be fawning over Haruhi's continued growth. What I mean to say is, you're all panicking about the backlash at the moment, but if the circumstances were different, people might listen to what Haruhi has to say. If we create a place where Haruhi can voice her concerns, people might understand. We can't fight against the spread of rumor any other way.
なるほど。まあ、確かにめっちゃ焦ってたわ。支持率の落ち込みもそうだけど、辞任要求とか嫌な汗出たもんよ。
でもこうなっちゃうと、その受け手側も素直には聞いてくれないと思うよ。
そこは突っ走ってしまった私のミスだ。今後はそのあたりを改めつつ、徐々に信用を取り戻していくしかあるま。
So you need to start by appealing to the carp again.
それとは別に、この問題をどうやっていくのかも並行していきましょう。
I feel like they could just explain this was in the heat of what happened with the person, with the man in black, since she was mad that even though they are in this leadership role, they weren't able to do anything to protect the students.
すまんがみんな、それで頼む。
オッケーっす。姫がそう決めたんならそれで。
それなら拙者も文句ないよ。
よかったわね、春日ちゃん。
みんな、ありがとう。
That we have a principled direction to take when it comes to reforming the student council system. I'm still getting serious flack right now, but I'm happy that Tendo is feeling more normal. Now Haruhi and I just have to see this through. After the meeting ends, Kana bitch quietly slip away, naturally leaving Haruhi and I alone. If there's another expression of their trust in me, I can't let it go to waste. Well, I don't want to bring this up back here, but now we need to make it plain. Your issue with the two council system is that it lacks flexibility when an issue arises and doesn't allow for swift movement when it is required, correct?
うん。私は制度そのものが不満なわけじゃない。生徒たちの選ぶ権利を奪いたかったわけじゃないし、独裁者になりたかったわけでもないから。
That's the part that got twisted past recognition this time.
受け手によって変わってしまうということも分かったし、そこはちゃんと説明していくよ。
Well, that's all important, but I don't think it's going to be enough to settle this. Clear up the misunderstanding, but it's not going to resolve the underlying issue.
そうだけど。
She takes a beat and looks around. She's expecting something from me, I can tell. Just to make this clear, I've been thinking about this ever since you went to Gekka, but I can't reach a conclusion or bring it all together. I've been fucking offering a conclusion, it's so simple. Well, do you see how deeply I care for you?
あの時って私のこと好きだった？私の方があなたを先に好きになってるよね。
Yeah, well, okay. Can we just put that aside for now?
しかも私の方が絶対にあなたを好きだよね。
Hold on a moment. I'm not giving that one up so easily. I love you the most. Bank on it.
私の方が大好きだよ。
Nope, I love you more. So much it hurts.
私の方が愛してるよ。あなたとずっと一緒にいたいし、いずれは赤ちゃんだ。
Baby.
その。
Both turn red and fumble the situation. The situation turns awkward for a moment as it dawns on us how far we got carried away. It's embarrassing, but it's so sweet too. Awkward but adorable. What are you talking about?
そうだね。でも嬉しかった。
Squeeze her hand tightly as we continue to talk. There's nothing I can do about this alone, but I think you have a chance, Haruhi.
あなたが無理だったの、私でできるかな？
You bet. You got all sorts of skills that far outstrip mine.
そんなことないよ。だって今までいっつもあなたにやられっぱなしなイメージあるよ。
Minimize. That's because you're just looking at what you can do well. That's because you're just looking at what I can do well. I can't give a good presentation at all for a start. Always missed something important along the way. The Turkish rice had no solution for the students with strong brand awareness. With the whole Kamagata incident, I still left everything up to her own personality. And the camping trip is an even worse example. Kuragano did everything. I didn't resolve that one on my own steam at all. I've been lucky each time, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm not effectively sealing the deal. But if the two of us work together, maybe we can do this.
そっか。二人での共同作業だね。
That's right. I'll say my idea, you make it happen. Whoops. I think the reason decisions take so long to be reached is because each side holds so much declaratory power. Again, make it so when both student councils agree and get like the vice principal or principal to agree. Start by explaining, and then Haruhi proceeds to break it down. She uses some paper and magic marker to draw a diagram and starts to bring my blurry images into sharp focus. That's perfect, every corner covered.
私もそう思う。これが月下から提案されても納得しちゃいそう。
Haruhi has a wide perspective on things like this. She can back them up exactly as required.
すごい。こんな解決方法。
Man, I just said what I was thinking. You give it life, Haruhi.
すごいすごい。あなたってほんとすごい。
Haruhi places her hands on her knees, her face burning red with excitement.
私ってダメだ。すぐ視野が狭くなって、そのまま突っ走っちゃう。あなたみたいに一度立ち戻って、違う道を探す考えが自然にできればいいのに。
You're fine the way you are, Haruhi. Press her soft cheeks for a moment, smiling at her. I'm right here, right at your side. If you start to go off running, I'll be here to bring you back, okay?
そうだね。そばにいてくれるんだもんね。
You finally laughed.
私の弱さとかダメなところも全部に気づいて、私を支えてくれる。あなたと一緒なら何でも大丈夫って思えるな。
Haruhi! Little cutie, come here! Dash over and grab her into my arms and nuzzle her cheek.
大好き。
Love you too! I kiss her back just as passionately, hugging her close as she winds both of her arms around my neck.
ありがとう。
She kisses me on the ear, and I hear her soft words.
カズマくんにしてあげたいこと、いっぱいあるの。もっとキスしたり、肩とか揉んで料理とかも作ってあげたいし、まだ練習中なんだけど。
Haruhi's open legs rub against me. Trying to notice the rigid member of my pants turning bright red to her neck. But she keeps her body pressed against mine. Against me. I'm sorry I can't control it being this close to you.
嬉しい。求められてるって感じがして。それに、私もしたいし。私のもちっちゃいと思うから、早く、あなたの形にしてほしい。
I was killing sexy at the same time. I can't take it. Can't take this, and they're off. Right, I'll show you what I can do. She said, "Okay." Haruhi nods and gently envelops my crotch with her hands, and now.
そうだ。
Or not.
今日はお風呂場でしよ。
She's suggesting they do it in the bath.
水泳の授業があったから、ちょうど水着を持ってるんだ。
How did you know that's exactly what I was thinking? Sex in a swimsuit. You're the best girlfriend ever.
やった褒められた。
White one piece like that is the best reward for an inveterated pervert like me.
あなた好みの体型でよかった。それを活かせば喜んでもらえるから。
Really are the best.
大好き。
We dry our tongues a little and then stop. We'll continue this in the bath, okay?
そうだね。ごめん、つい。それじゃ、着替えるね。
Okay. I'm already turning this one on. Hey, Haruhi, darling.
どうかしたの？
She's asking what's up. Haruhi sounds distracted, replying through the door as she gets ready. That thing in the bath, what is it?
ビニールボートだよ。
A plastic boat, Haruhi says. Yes, and I'm just wondering what's it doing in here. There's a plastic boat in the bath, the kind you might use in a big swimming pool. So what is she planning? Whoa! Suddenly get pushed from behind and fall on top of the boat. I hurriedly pull myself back up and prepare to complain. Ta-da, Haruhi says. Whoa! This water's kind of slimy. It's this lotion.
正解だよ。
Yes, that's right, she says. Whoops. Haruhi gives a cheerful nod and then leaps on top of me. The slippery lotion makes squelching noises as our bodies rub together.
カズ
Apparently.
マくんの体、あったかいね。
Accidentally turned off the game feed. Of course it is. You just covered me with warm lotion.
どうかした？
No, just looking at what you're wearing.
結構似合ってるでしょ？
There we go. Now, skipping. They done fucking, but they only just finished, so I don't know if there'll be a nude sprite, because apparently there are nude sprites. After our long session of lovemaking, we come out of the bathroom to find it completely dark outside. Pretty hungry too.
エッチの後って眠くなっちゃう。
There are nude sprites. I'm going to... This is very suspicious, though. I don't know if I can... It'll probably be covered once she lowers her arms. But it'd be indelicate to suddenly suggest we grab a bite. Wrap my hands around her from behind and squeeze her spongy tummy. I'd swap to fucking cuddling.
今までで
Felt
一番気
best
持ちよ
today,
かっ
that's
た。
for sure. I can feel my body getting more accustomed to it, Haruhi says. That it feel good for you too, Haruhi says. The best. Holding her tightly like this, my energetic member might already be up for giving it another try.
もうちょっとだ
Can
け。
you hold me a little longer, just like this, Haruhi says. We can do this until morning if you like.
カナたちにさっきの
Don't
計
we
画
need to
の
tell
こと
Kana the other
説明し
detail of
な
our
くてい
plan,
い？
Haruhi says. We can do that tomorrow. If we try to get everyone together now, it'll just cause a hassle.
そっか。
Yeah, you're right. I forgot to think that one through again, did I, Haruhi?
私ってば。
Haruhi says. Whenever that happens, I'll just pull you back. Yeah, you're always going to be with me after all, Haruhi says. Rub her cheeks and gently stroke her hair. So soft and fluffy. She really is like a child. Stop it. Stop it. You're actively having sex with her. Stop calling her a child. Her small body feels so great too, and the perfect size to hold onto from behind. Need to make the presentation to everyone, and Tendo, and Gekka too, and then propose it to the whole school.
それと
And
並行
also
し
have to
て
work on
信
recovering
用回
trust
復
in
の
me
た
at
め
the
に
same time. We've
錦
really
鯉
got
と
our
か
hands
も
full,
頑張っ
Haruhi says. You know, we're gonna be busy.
でも
I
この
think this is
計
the
画
plan.
な
It
ら
can
きっとうま
work.
くいく。
She says, it's the two of us together after all. We can do it. Giggle. That's right, Haruhi says. Boy, I should have just joined. I should just join Tendo, shouldn't I? And I could have helped you with all my might.
ううん。
Don't worry about that. You've done more than enough,
カズマ
Kazuma.
君はもう十分にやってくれたよ。
I have to take things from
こ
here,
こから
Haruhi
問
says.
題を提
And
起
the one
した
who
のは
caused this
私だし、
problem, I have
天道会
responsibility as the
会長として
president
の
of
責
Tendo. I
任
can
もある
handle
し。
this, Haruhi says. Good for you. Go get him.
だから、
But I would like a kiss for luck, Haruhi says. I'll give you as many of those as you like. I love you, Haruhi says. Good luck, baby. I'll do my best, Haruhi says. Oh, there we go. Continue to kiss Haruhi as I hold her until time seems to melt away. I want those chibis! After that, we ended up just falling asleep on each other's arms. Today is when we get serious. We're getting up to no good until late, so Haruhi seems sleepy too. Are you okay?
もちろん。昨晩はいっぱい勇気と元気をもらったもん。
Is that a new type of slang for semen?
今はやるぞって気持ちでいっぱい。
That's the way.
頑張る。から。だからね。
We've been holding hands all the way from home. And now she tugs me over closer to her and whispers in my ear.
私が頑張れたら、また、いっぱい可愛がってね。
Sure thing. I'm stunned by how cute she is. I'm very good at that.
次は一晩中エッチしよう。
She gives me a smile and I scratch my blushing cheeks. Haruhi twirls her hair to hide her own embarrassment.
ここまでかな。私とカズマくんがベタベタしてるのを見られたら、また変な噂が立っちゃって、迷惑をかけるから。
I wouldn't consider that trouble, but let's be careful for now.
うん。全部が解決したら、思いっきりイチャイチャしようね。
You bet? We'll be so sickly sweet people want to throw up.
それじゃあ行くね。また放課後。
He's walking with confidence, sure in her step. It'll be okay. We thought of this plan together and discussed it in so much detail that I'm positive it'll go off right.
おはよう。今朝は早いね。
Oops. Hey, Kawagata, great time. Does Keka have anything happening after lessons today?
今やってる選挙の対策会議とかあるけど。い
Please let Kuragano and Gomi know too, then I will be coming to see you later.
いけど、どんな要件？
That's something for you to look forward to. But after walking through school for only half a minute, the unpleasant feeling had pushed aside raised its ugly head again. Everyone was talking about Haruhi. She's hopeless. She's a dictator. Just who does she think she is? Each time we hear such comments, even Komagata is tilting her head, uncomfortable with them.
あのさ、天神平さん。
It's fine.
でも、
She's tough. She can handle it.
信じてるんだね。
All the hate and anger she's bearing the brunt of almost tears my heart apart in my chest. But we made a promise. Solve the misunderstanding and then solve the underlying problem. All I can do is trust in Haruhi. Send her a message to boost her spirits at least. Believe in her though, so maybe that isn't needed. But a nice man at a time like this can make all the difference. No, I can't do anything that'll let her know I'm feeling anxious about this. I don't want to make things any worse for her. What if I just send her a casual mail? That might work.
頭を抱えてうなってるけど。
What are you talking about? I believe in her. I totally believe in her.
それならちょっと落ち着こうよ。
Wondering about why I'm so incapable of controlling my emotions, I take up my phone and stare at it. We talked to Tendo, and they accepted the plan we discussed. We just need to prepare for the presentation for Keka after school. It's lunchtime.
錦鯉は、このように総じて寿命が長く、かつ、知られているよりはるかに飼育の手間もかからない。
In accordance with our plan to take confidence in the current vote, Haruhi is talking in the courtyard again today.
何あれ、なかったことにしようとしてんの？
さすがにそれでごまかされてはやれねえよな。ひょっとして、俺ら
There aren't many people listening, and none of them seem that impressed. Even though she's in the middle of speaking, many of them are whispering or snickering among themselves.
ついなおい。これじゃ完全に晒し者じゃねえか。
そうは言ってもビッチさんが代わりに壇上に立つことはできないんだし、今は耐えるしかないよ。
春日ちゃん。で、立脇。おめえと姫が昨日相談して決めたって案は分かったけど、ついでに、これもどうにかなんなかったのか？
There's nothing I can do about the trust of the students. The problem is with the problems with the two student councils, though. We should have those covered. We should have those covered.
とにかく、その話は放課後月下に行ってからしましょう。今は信用を取り戻そうと頑張っている春日ちゃんを見守るのが先決よ。
必死で言ってるけど無駄だよね。今更何って感じだし。
二大生徒会制度への見解については説明しないのかな？
I almost can't stand the things they're saying and I have to grip my teeth. If I fight back or try to defend her, it's only going to mess things up. I know that. I know it, but I still can't control my feelings.
我々は、すでに仕入れ先の確保を進めており。
Haruhi continues his speech, staking her pride as president of Tendo on it. All I can do is watch, clenching my fists as the comments from at the comments from the crowd. After about 5 minutes more, she finishes her speech, bowing her head amid a complete lack of applause. Here we go, no more lessons! This might be the first time I've ever felt time go so slowly. I unleashed all my pent-up frustration, slamming my hands down on the desk and standing up. Bitch, Mizunori, we're going to Gekka! Go, go, go!
目が血走っちゃってるんですけど。
ほら、行くぞ。もう姫も来てるかもしれねえ。
わかってるけど、拙者そんなに速くは走れないからね。
I'll carry you!
うっそ、ひょいって持ち上げたよ。拙者の巨漢を軽々と持ち上げてるんですけど。
Members of the Tendo Council stand, looking at the building with stern expressions.
準備はいいか？
ええ。資料もちゃんと人数分作ってきたわ。ゆずキッズに今から行くってメールしといたっす。
それじゃあ、結果会に乗り込むぞ！
おー！
頼もう！
天神平さん、待ってたよ。来るって聞いてたけど、随分とすごい感じだったね。バーンって登場だったし。
Sorry, we should have knocked. We just got a little carried away.
そんなに私に会いたかったの？もう、ダーリンで。
誰がダーリンだ！この…
Hold it. That's not the issue here. You can deal with that later.
ところで、立脇さんは、どういった立場でここに来たんでしょうか？
I'm an outsider.
言い切りおった
I mean, I'm an outsider, but I'm also the one making this proposal. I am also the one making this proposal. I'm here to take part in the discussion. I then give Haruhi a push forward.
今回、月下に時間をもらったのは、二大生徒会制度について。
辞任するという話ではないのだな。
そうだな。二大生徒会制度の問題点と、その解決法について提案をしに来た。
Not too long ago, Gomyo's jibe would have set Haruhi off. And she would have completely forgotten why she actually came. Gomyo seems to realize she isn't easy pickings anymore and corrects his posture to listen.
ではよろしいでしょうか、会長。
ええ。天神平さんの意見を聞きましょう。
He acquiesces to Kuragano without being rude to us. Gomyo has changed too.
私から提案したいのは、二大生徒会制度の抜本的改革だ。
変わってない？
All the Gekka members shout.
いや、変わっている。前のクラガナの言葉は、まさしく警告を得ていた。二大生徒会制度の問題点は、全員が知っての通り、誘致の際にすぐに動けないということに尽きる。
She's reasoning with them in a way they might understand. Any assumptions about what they think and know have been thrown away. She's driving at the main issue in a way that respects everyone. We haven't reached a conclusion yet, and I'm already sure she's going to be okay. How the attention died has grown so much in such a short time.
だから、そのまま。二大生徒会制度は、ずーっとそのまま。
ちょっと待て、それのどこが改革だ。
そのままで、増やす。増やす？ 第三者機関、新組織を作る。前のように選挙をしなければ動けないような事態になった時、そこの権限で生徒の早引けやガードマンの数を増やすなどができる。その他にも生徒会館のトラブルの折衷や運営の監視などもできる機関だ。
なるほど。第三者の立場ってことで、選挙なしでも動けるようにするんだ。それなら確かに動けますが、でもそれだと。
その新組織の権限が大きすぎる。
Thus it has to be voted in by the two student councils or something?
そこでその新機関は、あくまで双方の生徒会が要請をした時のみ動ける、というのはどうだろうか。
生徒たちから信任を受けている生徒会の要望で動くというなら、その権限の行使に裏付けもできるわけか。
そしてその第三者機関の役員も選挙で決める。それが生徒主導のこの学園のルールだ。
悪くないですね。いえ、むしろこれならほとんどの問題が解決する。新組織が権限を行使するたびに、その是非を問う形で選挙をすれば、汚職なども防げます。
It's basically what I've said, just that instead of going to a third teacher, going to a third party to confirm that they are allowed to do this, the two of them just allow a third party to do it instead. Which in a way makes it a bit unsafer, if anything. Korakuno is one step ahead as always. There's nothing above the student council after all. The dean of the school can't overturn something decided by the students. And that could be a big problem. The two councils are equal, if everyone is playing fair. Kakantendo are both blessed with skilled, honest members at the moment, meaning it works, but...
そうですね。袖の下で議題の内容を決めようが、特定組織に肩入れしようが、現在は思いのままです。本来は、そこをお互いの生徒会で監視するのが抑止力になるはずですが、球団も選挙を通じてしかできません。
過去に何度もそういうことを経験しているはずなのに、先人たちはそこにメスを入れなかった。伝統を守るのが月下の役目だが、不正の温床に目をつぶったまま、誇り高き伝統などとのたまっていたことを恥と知るべきだ。
でもさ、監視する第三者機関を置けばいいだけだったのに、どうして今までそういう話が出なかったんだろう。
Simple reason. The council never had people capable of pulling it off. Willing the resolve to place an organization that could limit their own powers.
私はこの提案に賛成です。私たちの代だけでなく、この先も見据えた今後起こりうる問題を解決できるお話ですから。
過去を守るだけが伝統ではない。未来に向けてその下地を整えるのも僕たちの務めだと思っている。これに異を唱えるのは自らにやましいことがあるやつだけだろうよ。
私も反対する理由はないかな。前の不審者騒動の時とか何もできなくて悔しかったもんね。
それじゃあ。
ええ、月下と天道合名で新機関の設立を全校生徒に提案しましょう。
It's great, honey. We've reached a solution to the problem you've been worried about for so long.
よかったっすね、姫。あとは信用を取り戻せばいいだけっす。
そこが一番難しいのかもしれないけど。でも、これで誤解は解けやすくなったから、案外簡単にいくかも。
自らを律する機関を設立するって人を悪く言うのはちょっと気が引けるからね。タイミングさえ良ければトントンと進む可能性が高いよ。
そもそもは僕が発端でもあるのだ。貴様の考えが改まったのが分かった以上、僕も口添えをしようじゃないか。
5秒。
勘違いするなよ。二大生徒会制度についてはその誤解を解くために協力するが、金魚は別件だ。
あ、五明君、やっぱりデメキン愛を語るんだ。
The tension in the air has melted away and everyone starts laughing. The two councils often come to loggerheads, but their feelings for the school are the one and the same. Yes, there's how things should be. Stop myself from getting too excited, just enjoying the happiness around me.
さて、 これが立脇さんのやり口ということは分かってますから。選挙で選ぶと言った、その新組織の長に、目処は立っているんですか？
I'm sure some people will put themselves forward.
簡単に言いますけど、月下と天道の役員も一新されて間もないですし、めぼしい人間はもうすでに、いずれかの組織に属していますよ。
新組織の代表は、相応の器量を要求される立場だ。人選が焦点になることもあり得るな。
Why don't you do it, Gomio? Quit Gekka and do it. You have a strong sense of justice and wouldn't let any funny business go on. I've scratched my head bloody again.
僕を評価してくれるのはありがたい話だが、お断りだ。
The dream of becoming president of something is right there for the taking.
僕は月下の会長になりたいのだ。新組織のではない。それに、月下ゆかりの人間がその役職に就くのは問題があるだろう。
そうだよね。せっかくの中立組織なんだから、イメージも大事だし。
Feel a lot of eyes on me. What's with all the hated looks? Got something to say?
腹決めろって立脇。つうかマジ、おめえくらいしかいねえだろ。
だよね。拙者もそう思う。
私はもともと、カズマくんを推薦する気だったぞ。むしろ決定事項だった。
When did anything get settled?
では、暫定ということで、月下天道、共同の推薦ということにしましょう。
Hold on, Kuragano?
暫定ですから、ひとまずその形で進む。
That could be difficult to worm my way out of. Look around, hoping for some aid from somewhere.
ちょっと待って。
Teach, yes, please. Give them what for from the position of the teaching staff.
その新組織の顧問は私がなるね。月下の顧問は今日でおさらばってことで。
I was an idiot for expecting anything from you.
なり手がいないうちは仕方あるまい。なに、信任を得られなければそれまでだ。
I'm not sure I'd like that much either.
大丈夫だよ。コープもかけるからさ。ほら、対立候補も出てくるかもしれないし。
Why did you phrase that like a question?
仮に対立候補が出たとしても、知名度的に通っちゃうと思うわよ。だって37を知らない人なんて、この学園にいないもの。
中立っぽいイメージ保ってるし、しかも、両生徒会の推薦までつくんだろ？もう決まりじゃねえの？
大丈夫大丈夫。ワッキーならできるからさ。そうそう。カズマくんならきっとできるよ。
Hold on, this is a done deal. Hold on, hold it right there.
というよりも、カズマくんの他にこんなことができる人いないから。
Final word?
嫌かな。
It's where to put support Haruhi, so I can't back down now. For the sake of the school and to realize Haruhi's hopes for the future. Alright, I'll do it!
さすがカズマくん。
Haruhi leaps into my arms, disregarding everyone else in the room. She leans in, rubbing her cheek against mine.
好きなにいつの間にそんな関係になってたの？
まあまあ、メイちゃん。
Oops.
引っ張らないで。私、何も聞いてないよ。
お二人の関係に口を挟むつもりはありませんが、中立ということだけは留意してくださいね。
Of course, I can completely separate business from pleasure.
さすが私が見込んだカズマくん。超かっこいいよ。
Thanks. If I'm gonna do this, I'll give it my all.
それを聞いて安心しました。
ところでさ、その新組織の名前ってどうするのかな？
そうね。そこは全く考えてなかったわ。
わかりやすくかつ威厳もあり、イメージもいい名前の方がいいな。
そんなの急に出てこないよ。
月下と天道の間を取り持つ組織。やっぱり、とんかつでしょうか？
No. I think you're right to name it anything. I think your right to name anything just got revoked for the rest of your life.
可愛いと思うんですが。
さすがにとんかつだと威厳はないかも。
とんかつと聞いたらお腹空いてきたよ。
君はいつもそれだな。
立脇カズマがいい。だって
Hey, hold on, that's absolutely not a good idea.
まあ、名前は後で考えるとして、早速声明をまとめましょう。スピーチの内容も考えておいてね、新代表さん。それと、公平をアピールするために、しばらくは、人前でのイチャイチャはさ、
Haruhi has been continuing the discussion while hanging around my neck and then kissing me on the cheek.
もう、言ってるそばから、
だってまだ就任してないし。
There's no arguing with that now, is there?
立脇くんまで。
Yeah.
まあまあ、今日だけはいいんじゃねえすか。それより、新しい組織の誕生を祝って、パーッとやりましょうよ。
それはナイスアイデアだ。それじゃ早速、ラプンツェルに行ってパフェでも食べるか。お、いいね。それじゃあ店長に電話するよ。前の記念撮影は先生端っこだったし、今回は立脇くんの膝の上に決まりね。そこは私の専用席だ。
やれやれ。騒がしいったらないな。
Did I see you packing up your things to join us?
それはあれだ。新組織の誕生祝いとなれば、この僕が立ち会うべきだろう。
よくわかんねえ理論だけど、まあ、5秒も楽しみや。
皆さんすっかりこういう裁きにもなれましたね。だって楽しいもんね。やっぱり学園生活はこうでなくっちゃ。
みんなが楽しく笑顔で過ごせる学園というのが私の夢だ。ねえ、カズマくん。ずるい。先生も超ってずるい。
誰かメイちゃん止めろ。
This brought an end to the debate about reforming the student council system. I was looking forward to many more days of fun just like this one, all centered around Haruhi. Sometimes we get into trouble or have to deal with painful misunderstandings, but Haruhi and I together could make it through. Being in love made you stronger than anything after all. Ending credits? Ending credits. Actually, you know what? I'm kind of like fucking starved for time right now since I really need to go to bed due to my test. I look into the autumn sky, a slightly chilly wind filling my lungs. It's now 6 months since I moved to the city, this place where Haruhi and I met. I've learned much from my time with her, including the beauty of women lacking in the tits and ass department, and the responsibilities that come with loving someone. I've also become the first president of the Election System Oversight Organization, Getenva. I'm living a very different adolescence than I ever expected.
故に、前回の選挙結果の白紙撤回を求める。
Honestly, that's all because of Haruhi, right? It was meant to be an organization that only stepped up when required, but Haruhi just loves to drag me into everything. Today she's asking that I scrap an entire vote due to some perceived impropriety.
言いがかりです。立脇さん、公正に判断してください。
Well then, Tendo President, present your case.
奴らは許可されている時間外も選挙活動を行っていた。
私たちではありません。支持者の一部です。
The name Getenva comes out of the Ge-ten from Geka and Tendo, and then another reading for the first character of my own name. Haruhi made an aggressive case for my name to be included, and nobody else cared enough to stop it. I was pretty amused. I was pretty amused by the whole thing until the motion passed unanimously. I'm sorry, all your generations of future students. For some reason, my name is in there, and but don't worry about that too much. The misunderstanding around Haruhi has been resolved too, putting her back on top as the gung-ho president of Tendo.
私たちは要請も許可もしていません。もし今後これと似たようなケースがあった場合、天道も非を認めるんですか?
Dragon seems to be in the right here. If I punish Geka for this, it's going to be legitimate. It's going to legitimize all sorts of backbiting too. People could lie about supporting one side or the other, breaking the rules in order to hurt their opponents.
すぐに止められなかった責任は認めますが、それで白紙撤回は要求として過分すぎます。
There's some pretty heavy responsibility that comes with this new job. Half the gathered students have a "don't get too heavy-handed" look on their faces, and the other are signaling me to cut the fuckers in half. The supporters from both sides, Gekka and Tendo, are waiting for me to make my decision. The most obvious one of them is the Tendo president, of course. She may as well be flashing her tits.
ガツンと言ってよ、カズマくん。月下をへこませてやるチャンスなんだから。
Regardless of your claims, I won't overturn the results of the vote. That's too extreme.
カズマくんはどっちの味方なの？
Always yours, but this time Gekka.
カズマくんのバカ、いけず。
I've got duties to do. I am neutral now and always.
でも、そんな公平なカズマくんも超かっこいい。
You bet I am!
そろそろ終わりましたか？
Kuragana had at least waited for our signaling and eye contact to settle down a little, shaking her head and sighing. My apologies. We recognize one part of the claim from Tendo and prohibit the students in question from vote activism for the foreseeable future. This will not be enforced by Getenva, but will be performed by Gekka educating their students. Please maintain the rules of the vote going forward.
わかりました。
いい落としどころだな。ナイス縦置き。
ヒヤヒヤしたよ。よかったね。あんまり重い処罰じゃなくて。うん。今後は注意するね。つい熱くなっちゃってごめん。
大変ご迷惑をおかけしました。今後はこのようなことがないように徹底していきます。
Good. You have my trust in this matter, members of Gekka?
はい。
Haruhi puffs up her cheeks at Kuragano's declaration of victory. Oh man, she looks pretty silky about this. Only real issue is, in order to maintain my neutral image, we have to refrain from being too physical around other people. It's gonna be a rough one tonight. The door to my apartment bursts open without a knock, and Haruhi comes flying in, barely taking the time to throw off her shoes. She gives me a solid bop in the head before I can even defend myself. I'm used to this by now. She really relies on me a lot now. I don't think so. Everyone was saying how fair I was. Fake news, fake news! I love flat chests. I'm not interested in big melons.
カズマくんの心が私から離れていく。これは選挙結果なんかよりよっぽどピンチだ。
Hey, hold on. Even as I give a sigh, Haruhi grabs her bag and rushes into the toilet. What's she doing in there? Setting up for a siege. That's your move!
カズマくんがよそ見できないように私にメロメロにしちゃおう大作戦。
Haruhi proudly puffs up her chest, dressed in her dazzling gym clothes. You're so inventive, Haruhi. You surprise me every time.
でも好きでしょ？ツルペタスパッツ最高ってこの前言ってくれたもん。
Bet I did, cause I do!
よかった。
Her voice is bubbly and light, and she pulls up her gym top a little to give a cheeky flash of her tummy.
カズマくんこういうの好きだもんね。コスプレするといっぱいビュビュって出し。
All men love it.
それじゃあ今日もいっぱい出してね。
You really are the best girlfriend ever.
褒められた。
I pull Haruhi to me and kiss her. Her tongue naturally entwines and we share some spit. This is how things tend to go with us now, since Getenva was added to the equation. You have to kiss, don't you, Haruhi? As soon as I kiss her, it's like you melt. Push up her hair while she's still using my tongue, and she gives me the look of just the look of those. And gives me just the look of those sparkling eyes that I was hoping for.
カズマくんだって。
I mean, give a wry laugh and grab her firm little ass with both hands over the top of her gym clothes. The beginning of her skin through the smooth nylon is so slippery. Stop it, please. After all the sex we've been having, our bodies have become completely accustomed to each other, and it feels like we interlock perfectly now. Right now, are you hooked on me? She asks. I was hooked on you. Haruhi. Please just start. None of this matters story-wise. This is just a prelude to a sex scene. I know that. I know it. I know it.
それは
I know. They started sex scene. See you afterwards.
出たもんね
They done fucking. You didn't come a whole lot with all that, but there's a chance something might still happen, she says. Would be fine if it did. Jin said he had some ideas for names, right?
それだ
That's
け
the
は
one
絶
thing
対
I'm
に
not going
嫌
to allow. Hey, that reminds me.
Yatsu
Where
だけには
do you go off with him? Where did you go off with him last weekend? Haruhi says. He invited me fishing. A really nice spot out in the mountains.
ブ
Boo, I'll
ー
get jealous if you get too friendly with him, Haruhi says. I'm sorry. I'll spend this weekend with you. Really? Let's go to the zoo, Haruhi says. Yeah, that's a good idea. I've been wanting to go with you.
それじゃ
I'll make lunch for us to take along, Haruhi says. Great, that sounds like fun. You're getting better at cooking recently.
ちゃくちゃく
Kanya's
肌
still
には
giving me
触ってる
lessons.
か
I
ら
want you to eat my cooking,
Kazuma-kun.
Haruhi says. You're such a hard worker. In respect to all your hard work, I think I'll take you as my wife. Okay, I'll happily be your wife, Haruhi says. She clings tightly to my arm and gives me one of her special cheek rubs. I stroke her head with my free hand. That moment, I knew this was how it would always be between us.
ずっと一緒にいようね
We'll be together forever, Haruhi says. It won't be. Well, it won't be, Haruhi says. You bet? Aha, I love you, Haruhi says. We hold on to each other tightly, just enjoying the feeling of being together, both wishing that this will never end. And just like that, we're done. However, considering my current situation, I'm not going to do the fucking side story right now. I'm probably going to make an extra video for that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one and see you next time. Bye-bye.